Good Tuesday afternoon. Welcome in to Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us today.
Great Tuesday.
Beautiful day here in East Tennessee.
I don't know about that. But a rainy day in East Tennessee is better than a sunny day in some other places.
Don't let it cloud your move.
I don't want to hear anything about clouds because they ruined everything yesterday. Had us all ready for the solar eclipse, had us checking out our kid. No. They just canceled half of the day. Knox County schools invested all this money into glasses. I got like 8 pair of glasses at the house. I don't have 8 people to live in my house.
What's the resale value on those?
Nothing. Had us all ready for the solar eclipse. Big clouds in the way. Didn't see any eclipsing. Only eclipse I saw was on TV. I don't want to hear anything about clouds, Josh Ward. We're mad at clouds right now.
Okay. You won't hear any more about clouds today here on our show on 99.1 The Sports Animal and AM 640 The Sports Monster, both part of Cumulus Media. We'll be with you until 3 o'clock. We have a busy show ahead. The Sleigh Ride will start up at 1 o'clock. 1 hour from now, we'll talk to VFL Ron Sleigh about what happened last night, the offseason that is underway for Tennessee's men's basketball program. The same can be said for the Lady Vols, as it's a different kind of offseason. We'll talk about the new hire for Tennessee with Kim Caldwell meeting the media 2 hours from now, and you'll hear her press conference on the Sports Animal. So we'll get Ron's reaction to the hire. You'll hear Kim Caldwell after that, and we will hear from you in the meantime. We have Tennessee football to discuss as Orange and White game week continues. 865-656-9900 to be a part of the show. Call or text in.
Did Josh Heupel talk yesterday? Did I miss something? Did he talk to the media yesterday? Was there like a press conference? Is there a teleconference tomorrow, Wednesday?
Wouldn't that be great? Spring game teleconference. He met with the media on Thursday.
Is Thursday Monday?
Thursday
When's the game? Game is Saturday, right?
Yeah, Thursday was Thursday.
Like normally on game week, there's a press conference on Monday. There's a teleconference on Wednesday. We didn't have that. We didn't have that yesterday, Josh. And there's not one tomorrow.
We didn't.
Well, yeah, Orange and White game. You know what? I used to buy into that a lot. You know, back when I was playing and, you know, a little bit afterwards, like, yeah, it's a game. It's not a game. It's not anywhere close to a game.
It's not even a full practice.
Nope, because I know one thing. If there's a chance to hit someone when they are hung up to dry, I'm taking it every time versus Florida. Every time against Alabama and LSU and Auburn and whatever team in the SEC. But you're not doing that to your own teammates.
Maybe they should.
Maybe they should not. There's enough people hurt, Josh. We don't need anybody else hurt.
Okay.
So if you're taking care of your own, it ain't a real game. It's just marketed as a game. And that's fine. Like, it's cool, but you're going to treat me. It's not a game. It's a scrimmage. Okay. A very important scrimmage. A very entertaining scrimmage. A scrimmage that I would like to see, thousands of other people would like to see, and they have been able to see for years. But let's not lie. We don't do that here.
Okay. Well, UConn let the truth be known last night.
Woo, my team.
That is
my second team.
A dominant force that just wrapped up one of the best 2-year stretches of NCAA tournament play that we will ever see. They completely dominated last year.
Joshua.
And dominated even more this season.
Joshua, I think it's time for everybody to come sit down on the couch. Tennessee fans, Tennessee basketball fans, it's time to put your feelings to the side, put your emotions to the side.
Uh-oh.
And it's time to understand Zach Edey is really, really good. What he did to us is the same thing he did to UConn. And UConn, they're the defending national champions. They have beaten every team in the tournament the last 2 years by double digits. They're at least 15, 20 points better than us right now.
Yeah.
They're that good. And for Zach Edey to do everybody, including UConn, like he's done everybody else in the whole entire year, like you have to just admit he's great. He's a great college player. He was a dominant force. He had, like 15 out of the team's first 23 points. Halftime came. UConn made adjustments. But UConn's game plan, listen to Danny Hurley after he laughed at the notion of him leaving to go to Kentucky, which was my favorite part. He mentioned, like, they were willing to let Zach Edey, now they weren't going to just not guard him, but they were not going to let Lawyer and Braden Smith and all these other guys drop 15, 20 points. They were okay with letting Zach Edey get his. It was the same game plan that Tennessee had. We just didn't do the best job offensively in that game to win. UConn had shots made from the outside. They had more guys producing outside of just one player like Tennessee had just with Dalton Connect. Tennessee had the game plan as UConn. UConn just did a good job of executing it better than Tennessee, which is why they beat Purdue.
Yeah, Lawyer didn't score for Purdue. He only took 1 3. They didn't get a lot of looks from the outside.
Lockdown.
Yeah.
Long, athletic guards. All of them are dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And, dude, their movement is insane offensively. It's insane. But Edey deserves a lot of respect, a lot of credit, man. He, on the biggest stage, he was unstoppable. He really was.
He scored 37 points.
And he missed some there in the second half. He could have had 40. Now, he got to stop airballing free throws. Ain't nothing cool about that.
He still had 7 of 10.
You're too big to be airballing free throws, man. This is the second time he's done it in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, an air ball counts just as much off the rim, though, aside from the chance to get an offensive rebound. He's 7 of 10.
It's an air ball, Josh.
I get it. He is better than most centers shooting free throws.
Let's not act like the ball rimming out is the same as air ball.
I think it goes without saying. An air ball is bad.
Yeah.
But as a free throw shooter for a center, he is excellent.
Yeah. Considering how big his hands are. Yeah. Remember, Shaq couldn't shoot free throws because it was like he was shooting, a tennis ball. So for him to have that big of hands and still be able to shoot 70% is pretty good. But he's still airball.
Yeah, I get it. But at this point, anybody that says, Zach Edey's not that good. Like, is he going to be a great NBA player? No, I don't think that at all. I don't know anybody that thinks he's going to be a great NBA player, but I don't know why that is a part of the discussion. Yeah. Chris Lofton is one of the great guards in SEC history.
You better watch it. You better be careful.
He didn't have a chance to play in the NBA.
That's my friend.
I love Chris Lofton. But if people are going to be honest with themselves, they need to be honest with themselves.
You know what? Me and Chris Lofton was breaking bread at Daddy on barbecue one day, and I was kind of hesitant to ask him this, but I was like, hey, whatever, man. This is going to be our last meal together, last time being friends. At least to sit that in and whatever. But I said, man, why did you play in the NBA? Why did J.J. Redick play, but you didn't play? And then I had to soften up and say, you know what? You were a better shooter to me than J.J. Redick, Chris. And Chris said, I wasn't 6'4".
Yeah.
I wasn't as tall as J.J. Redick. And that was the reason.
Yeah, one of the things I've heard with or seen with Edey is, well, if you took 6 inches away, how good would he be? It's like, well, better than most players if you took away 6 inches. Do we think that 5'8" Steph Curry would have been a good player? Do we think LeBron at 6'2" or Jordan at 6 foot would have been 2 of the best players of all time? Of course not.
6 foot Dalton Connect is not Julius Erving's small forward of the year.
We're not talking about
SEC
retiring 6 foot Dalton Connect's jersey at the University of Tennessee.
Yeah.
So I say all that to also recognize Tennessee fans aren't pulling for Zach Edey. No. Never will, I'm sure.
I wouldn't.
And I don't expect you to.
Ain't no wrong being petty.
But I do think it's important, as you bring it up here in the first segment, to at least take the time to acknowledge he's great as a college basketball player.
there's a difference between being petty, which I am, and bitter because he beat Tennessee, and being ignorant. Being ignorant sometimes is a choice, sometimes it's not. In this case, it's a choice. You see what he's doing out here. You see he's averaging 30 points against everybody.
Right.
He's National Player of the Year for the second time. Don't be ignorant. Trying to deny this young man's greatness. He's great. He's a great player in college. He's unstoppable. He was on the biggest stage, national championship game against a dynasty in UConn. Admit he's great. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
In the text box,
Got they lost though.
Justin says, if you want to root against them,
I was
perfectly
happy.
fine. It doesn't matter to me who you root for
happy they lost.
or against.
Great.
But Justin says, I will not respect Zach Edey, and you can't make me. Never will.
Okay.
We will come back. We have some news as it relates to Tennessee's basketball team. As we said yesterday, I think we've said since the season ended, we don't know who will be on the roster next season. You never know who will come in or who might leave. There is a name from Tennessee's basketball team in the transfer portal, or about to be. We will tell you who that is when we come back.
Oh, man, my chest hurts. Oh, man. No.
On Josh and Swain.
4 out of 5 sports fans listen to Tennessee football talk on the Sports Animal Stream. The 5th is an Alabama fan, and he can't listen to anything since the batteries died at his transistor radio in 1981.
Smile and save this month. You can do that with Hiller Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electrical. The reason why is because from now until April the 30th, you can take advantage of big savings on home systems. You can enjoy $1,500 off select new HVAC systems, whole home water filtration, and descalers, or select new whole home generators. If you've been waiting for the right time, that perfect time, this is it to replace your home systems. Now is the time. Visit the website happyhiller.com today for all the details you need.
This has been a paid announcement.
Having a tough time finding the right people for the job? Well, maybe it's time to take a second look at who you're hiring. Look beyond the wall. Unlock talent by hiring someone with a record. They did their time, and now you can take them from justice to a job. Get tax credits, training dollars, and protection bonds. The Tennessee Office of Reentry can show you how second chances work. Learn more at tnworkready.com.
Brought to you by the Tennessee Department of Labor and Workforce Development, the Tennessee Association of Broadcasters, and this station.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
At Ace, your backyard is right in our backyard. So when you need to feed your grass, remove the weeds, or wrangle those leaves, go to the place that delivers on top brands like Eagle, Toro, and Steel. We offer curbside pickup or get what you need delivered at participating stores.
Stop by your local Elders Ace this Saturday for spring open house. You'll save 20% off all plants, pottery, and decor on Saturday only at Elders Ace, the helpful place.
Wow, these bank fees are flat out ridiculous. And forget about trying to get a car or home loan. So, you do your banking with, Sharon?
Me? I don't.
You don't use a bank?
No.
So what do you like, save your money under a mattress? Bury it in the backyard? Or maybe you borrow from some rich relative when you need a loan?
No, nothing like that. I do credit unioning.
Wait, what? Credit unioning? What the heck's that?
It's kind of like banking, but so much better. Especially if you use Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union.
Shopping for an auto loan? Shopping for a vehicle is easy the ATFCU way. Talk to Alcoa 10 before you shop so you can hit the lots with a same-day pre-approved loan. And you can get behind the wheel of that new or used car or truck. Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union, the clear choice. Your less red tape banking alternative. Go to atfcu.com for details. Member NCUA, an equal housing lender.
If you're looking to grow your business and generate more customers, connect with SlamDot. SlamDot helps companies grow with effective website design and digital marketing, including SEO, Google Ads, and social media advertising. SlamDot is locally owned and operated. They have been in business for 18 years, helping businesses grow. SlamDot can help you with their in-house team. Get in touch and receive a free consultation. Go to the website,
slamdot.com/Josh.
If you have joint pain in your knees, shoulders, hip, or back that won't go away, you need to check out QC Kinetics for long-lasting relief. No surgery, drugs, or downtime. Schedule your free consultation at QC Kinetics, 865-238-4799. Join Josh and Swain this Friday from noon to 3 at Harper Volkswagen, home of the 2024 Volkswagen ID4. The future of electric is here. Shop new and pre-owned Volkswagens in addition to their wide variety of pre-owned vehicles at Harper Volkswagen on Kingston Pike.
All fact, no fluff. Honest, credible sports information from two guys that know the facts. Here's Josh and Swain on The Sports Animal.
This is Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us. You can connect with us at Josh and Swain on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. We also have the text box open, 865-656-9900. You can vent or let out your frustrations and concerns if you need to at any of those options. As Joe Tipton of On3 reported just a few minutes ago that Tobe Awaka is entering the NCAA transfer portal.
Darn. Oh, man. Improved so much from his freshman year to his sophomore year. Tennessee was probably his best offer coming out of high school. Laid it on the line. Played the game the right way. Effort was never a question. Fouling was, but that's experience, that's learning situational basketball. That's never having to question heart, determination, effort, which is what you want as a coach. There's been some whispers about certain coaches looking at our roster, and you certainly understand why, because Tennessee's roster was an Elite Eight roster, a roster that won the regular season in the SEC. There's other places that don't have football as the number one sport, that look at basketball as the number one sport that they have. And if this is a move made by Awaka,
Tobe has confirmed he is entering the transfer portal. I have a statement for you whenever you're ready.
You trying to tell me to hurry up?
No.
Did you just hit the wrap it up on me? The wrap it up box from Dave Chappelle? Did you just do that? Wrap it up.
Land the plane there, Swain.
Golly, how rude. If Tobe left, hit the portal because of financial reasons, NIL, I understand, I respect it. It just stinks. I will now shut up. Josh Ward, the floor is yours. I have officially wrapped it up.
I'm trying to share from our social to get the news out that way, too, so you could have got another 10 seconds. Tobe Awaka writes, Dear Vol Nation, the past 2 years have been some of the most influential of my life. The relationships gained and the experiences I've had will be forever life-changing.
Mm-hmm.
I want to start by thanking Coach Barnes, all of the assistant coaches, and the rest of the basketball staff for welcoming me with open arms and supporting me during my time at Rocky Top. This is a statement from Tobe Awaka. He continues, I also want to thank my teammates, my brothers for life.
Mm-hmm.
It was a pleasure getting to know and going to war with you all these past 2 years. Last but not least, thank you, Vol Nation, for being one of the best fan bases in the country. Your hospitality and support has truly been a blessing. This decision was extremely difficult to make. However, I have decided to enter my name into the transfer portal. Thank you, Vol Nation. I will always love Tennessee. And that's a goodbye message, too, for the hope of, well, okay, sometimes you put your name in and explore, and technically that can be the case here. That reads as a goodbye message.
I'm hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hurt right now.
Yeah, this is going to be a really tough one for Tennessee fans. He is a fan favorite for the way that he plays and what he has the potential to become over the next 2 seasons, because we saw real development from year 1 to year 2.
I'm hurt. He's one of my favorite players. But from a business standpoint, if the motivation is business, I get it. I understand. I don't have to like it, but I understand. With that being said, what's Ballo doing right now? What about the transfer from Arizona? What do you think he's doing right now? Can we get on the phone with him?
24 hours.
We got room. We got room, Ballo.
You were very interested in Arizona center. I'm sure if Grant Nelson became available, you'd be interested there too. But Arizona center, who went for 13-10 this past year, put his name in the transfer portal. Probably be a top 5 player in the transfer portal rankings by all the different services.
Number 2 according to On3.
Swain wanted him yesterday, and he really wants him today.
Well,
Justin says you could have given Swain some time to process this news. Take the rest of the day off, Jason.
No, I'm good, man. Ballo.
Jackie wants to know if Tobe is a VFL.
I'm not ready to answer that right now.
Okay.
I need time to process.
Jackie asked that question. I didn't. I read the question from the text box.
I need time to process. I'm not ready to answer that question. But I am ready to get on the phone with Ballo and see if he's ready to be involved. We do now have room.
Yeah. And it sounds like you need him to commit quickly.
I was hurt.
Because a lot of people are noticing the struggle right now. Brandon texts in, somebody better grab Swain. He's hurting right now. He had no idea he was going to have to feel this pain today.
I'm hurting right now, but if Ballo commits to Tennessee today, I'll be fine. I'll be good. I mean, this is business.
Yes.
I can't let my emotions get too involved here and twist it. This is business. This is what happens when there's opportunities on the line with NIL. Not saying that this is 100% reason why Tobe got into the portal, but it could be. And if it is, then I get it. Well, in that case, let's go find a replacement. Let's go get better. DeLeon is gone. Awaka is gone. Let's use this as an opportunity to go improve. You are a program that won the SEC, one of the top 8 teams in the country. Let's act like it. Okay, we'll shed a tear, but they're going to dry, and we're going to go back to work and get somebody better.
Well, there's some tears out there based on the inflow of messages. Rusty says, dang it, not Awaka. Big Rob says, this really stinks. I was looking forward to seeing him become a force next year. And that's the other thing is he's going to be a force somewhere. He has work to do. He has development to make, but he is a force.
Well, let's go get someone that's going to be a double force.
He was the found gem. I think there's a difference when you find somebody.
Yeah, we put you on, man. We gave you the opportunity, Awaka. Mm-hmm. You owe us. You don't owe us. You put the work in. We don't owe you anything. I'm just kidding. But if he wants to go somewhere where he's going to be happy and taken care of, then he needs to explore that opportunity. I totally get it. I was looking forward to seeing how much he was going to improve in year 3, considering how much he jumped from 1 to 2.
So the news is Tobe Awaka announcing he will enter the NCAA transfer portal. He posted a message thanking Tennessee's coaches, staff, players, and fans.
So Omar Ballo.
Yeah, Umar Ballo.
You know he's 7 foot tall? has been one of the most dominant big men in the country over the past 2 seasons. You know, he began his career at Gonzaga. Yep. 14 points, 9 rebounds, shooting 60% from the field in 22-23. 20 double-doubles. Ooh, wee. Oh, man. Only had 15 points against Clemson, 2-16. Hey, man, you'll have more than that here at Tennessee. We'll pass the ball to you every possession, my friend. We're working inside out. Inside out here at Tennessee, baby. Going to the paint.
Evan says Awaka better not go to Purdue or Kentucky. Kentucky needs a coach before we can figure out who Kentucky's going to have on the roster.
Yeah, I'll be surprised if we see him there.
So when we talk to Ron Sleigh at 1 o'clock, the conversation about Tennessee's roster plan for next season will include replacing Dalton Connect, Josiah Jordan-James, Santiago Vescovi, Freddie DeLeon, who a year ago they were probably thinking, okay, he's still likely to be a couple of years here. He will not be a part of the guard rotation, and now add Tobe Awaka to that conversation of pieces that Tennessee will have to replace.
Who's the coach?
For the Tennessee Volunteers?
Yes.
Rick Barnes. More than 800 career wins.
Did Rick go out and see Awaka, discover Awaka? Did he do that with Zakai Ziegler? He did that. He'll do it again. Here's a good thing about Zakai. Knoxville's home. But Awaka, Jersey is, and New York is home. So, I mean, if he wants to go home, he can try to go home. Zakai, Knoxville's home. So there's nowhere to go. But right here in Knoxville for Zakai.
Toby's not going to go to UConn, is he?
I wouldn't put my money on that.
We are being asked, so where's the spot to watch? St. John's.
St. John's is the place I'm looking at, I'm referring to. I've made little comments about, well, yesterday I talked about Rick Pitino. That's New York. That's playing in the Garden. I'm sure that's a young man's dream from New York, being able to play in the Madison Square Garden. So that is the number one place I'm looking for Tobe Awaka, unless I'm told otherwise or see something that's different. I was hurting for like 5 minutes. I'm okay now.
Okay.
I think I'm okay.
You've processed.
Yeah, but I'm good. I got confidence in Rick Barnes will go out and hit that portal hard. I'm okay. I think I'm okay.
Okay, just took a segment. Swain's back.
I'm a quick healer, man. I'm kind of like Wolverine. Man.
It's going to be a day. Ron Sleigh will join us at 1 o'clock. We'll continue to get your reaction. Tennessee has a big piece to fill in the post. Post presence becomes an even more pressing issue in the transfer portal. 865-656-9900. If you would like to join the conversation, Tobe Awaka entering his name in the transfer portal. We'll discuss right here on Josh and Swain.
The great thing about sports is it never stops. Here's another 60-second sports minute on the Sports Animal.
The UConn Huskies are the men's basketball national champions for the second year in a row after a 75-60 win over Purdue last night in the national title game. Tristan Newton had a team-high 20 points for UConn, which became the first program since 2007 to repeat as national champions. Your Tuesday night NBA schedule at 7 o'clock, Hornets take on the Mavericks, Pistons visit the Sixers, Raptors take on the Pacers. At 7:30, the Hawks welcome the Heat, Celtics visit the Bucks. At 8 o'clock, the Grizzlies take on the Spurs, Bulls host the Knicks, Magic visit the Rockets, Wizards take on the Timberwolves, Thunder host the Kings. At 9 o'clock, the Jazz get the Nuggets. At 10 o'clock, the Warriors visit the Lakers, the Suns take on the Clippers, the Trailblazers host the Pelicans. And the Nashville Predators are very close to clinching a Western Conference wildcard spot as they look to wrap up a playoff berth against the Winnipeg Jets tonight at Bridgestone Arena. Puck drop is at 8 o'clock. I'm Joel Silverberg.
Spring is here, and it's also known as engagement season. If you've been thinking, hey, now is the time, but you don't know where to go for that perfect ring, You need my jewelry store, TK Wheeler Jewelers. Hey, this is Heather. If you want to stress less and get more bling for your buck, just head on out to South Illinois Avenue in Oak Ridge. They're right there next to the Outback Steakhouse. And TK, he's been in business for over 40 years in the Oak Ridge community. He's got his store packed with beautiful gifts for any occasion. But right now, with spring fever popping, you want to pop the big question? You need the perfect engagement ring. Sit down with TK himself. He'll teach you how to buy a diamond. What do all those C's mean? What are the certifications? How do I know what setting she's going to love? He'll really be able to dial in your fiance's taste and make sure you've got a huge selection of diamonds and engagement ring settings to choose from. They've got everything from classic diamond solitaires to the beautiful diamond halo settings. And if you're like me, I love my diamond eternity band. It's from the one and only TK Wheeler Jewelers.
This has been a paid announcement.
Discover the future of golf with TrackMan Range exclusively at Fairways and Greens Golf Center. Fine-tune your game with radar ball tracking accuracy and data feedback. TrackMan Range offers something for everyone, from all ages and all skill levels. It enables you to capture tour-level ball data, play top-ranked virtual courses worldwide, or just have a blast playing interactive games. Visit Fairways and Greens or go online at fairwaysandgreens.com. Become a member and see why TrackMan Range is the new practice made perfect.
Do you need a gym that checks all the boxes? Check out the Y. Free childcare while you work out, top-of-the-line fitness equipment, group fitness classes with certified trainers, swimming pools, and basketball courts. Nationwide access at thousands of YMCA locations. Family events, scholarships to neighbors in need, dedication to community. All of this with no contracts. Join more than a gym. Join the Y. Join online at ymcaknoxville.org.
Lining up that putt, 18th green. Birdie on the line. Birdie. Huh, that reminds me, Big Kahuna Wing sounds amazing after I...
There's no better place than BKW after your round to celebrate or drown your sorrows. Come try the wings that changed it all at our Farragut location as we celebrate Masters Week with our exclusive Azalea cocktail and our Southern Caviar Burger with our homemade pimento cheese. Big Kahuna Wings. Change your taste buds forever.
Summer is around the corner, and one day only, Saturday, April 20th, first time ever, a limited number of lake lots are being released to the public. Experience resort living at a fraction of the price. Lake lots with boat slips from $64.9. 2-acre wooded estate lots from just $79.9. Lake cottage package with boat slip only $349.9. Private golf cart access to a new marina. 10 miles of walking trails. 3.5 miles of shoreline. Brand new 25,000 square foot clubhouse. Summer waterfront concerts, pickleball, pools, on-site coffee shop, and much more. Play on the lake or relax at the waterfront restaurant, just over 20 minutes from Knoxville and a short drive to the Smoky Mountains. Financing available. Call to secure your private tour. Times are limited. Enjoy life on the water, fresh air boat rides, and sunshine. Celebrate the lake life. Limited property release Saturday, April 20th. Call 865-408-9992 or better yet, visit lakelivingtn.com. Memories start here.
Hey, I'm ready to do my radio commercials, and check out my new phone. It's a 19.
Gerald, they don't even make 19s yet.
Oh, yes, they do. It's a prototype.
Does it have any new features?
It sure does. Check this out. Siri, on my phone. Which dealership's got it going on?
Here's what I found. Ted Russell Nissan on Kingston Pike.
Thank you, Siri.
My pleasure.
Wow, that's amazing.
Just like Siri says, we got it going on at Ted Russell Nissan on Kingston Pike.
Ted Russell Nissan. We got it going on.
This report is sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance.
Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org.
A soggy Tuesday afternoon on the way as we're tracking widespread showers and downpours, and those clouds and showers will keep temperatures at bay this afternoon as we're going to stay below average. We'll only top out right around 63 degrees. It'll be a little breezy at times as well, which will make it feel a touch cooler. From the WVLT First Alert Weather Center, meteorologist Jacob Durham.
This is Coach Josh Heupel. You're listening to Josh and Swain on 99.1, the Sports Animal.
This is Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us. Last segment was a cleansing segment for Jason Swain. He's back.
I'm good. Let's go get better.
Okay. Tobe Awaka is entering the NCAA transfer portal. That is the news of the hour for Tennessee basketball. We are receiving several questions about Tennessee's NIL. Does Tennessee...
What's the question?
Not have enough? Is money going elsewhere within the roster, and that's affecting their ability to pay Awaka?
I don't know Awaka's deal. I don't know how much he's making, or how much he's made, or I don't know those details.
Yeah, I'm not privy to the budgeting numbers. I can look at the roster and see, well, they paid Dalton Connect something this past year. He's gone.
And they paid him not enough.
Right, he outperformed.
Unless he was able to adjust on the fly. But, in my experience, I mean, the deal is a deal. The contract is a contract. And if you don't have any, escalators in it beforehand, which I don't know if you could do that because that would be pay for play, right?
That's not supposed to happen.
Yeah,
but
it's not supposed to happen. But again, I don't know the details of his deal.
But what I was trying to get at from a budgeting standpoint, I mean, your biggest pieces this past season were not even financially, although it probably worked out that way. Dalton, Zakai, Josiah, Vescovy, Freddie DeLeon. Freddie DeLeon's gone. There's a chunk.
Well, if you, this is pure speculation here, if you have that money that's now available that wasn't available before, and you have someone who's like, hey, I want more than whatever I was getting last year, or I want some this year that I wasn't getting last year, and you were told no, and you have another school that's willing to pay you more, then the decision is really easy. If it's about money.
Yeah, and it can be a combination of money and playing time, and those can go together as well. If your role is expected to be bigger, that might help with what you can demand as well from a financial standpoint.
Yeah. But this is college athletics today. And I'm sorry, I don't see one school out here that has unlimited funds for more than 2 sports or 3 sports. That's not to say that you don't have a lot of people put money in their pockets, but to pay big money to more than 2 sports, who's doing that? And how can you do that? If you're doing it for a year, you damn sure ain't doing it for the second year, because that's not sustainable at all.
Yeah, the closest I would guess would be to that equation would be LSU.
LSU. Mm-hmm. But everybody's not LSU. I mean, baseball, you saw what they did in the portal. I would say in football, they are not as aggressive as Tennessee. I think I can say that with certainty. But I think they have shown a seriousness about women's basketball.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing we got a phone call about last week.
And by the way, part of this is guessing or speculation. Like if I were trying to guess, USC would be a school that's having to pony up something because football they're paying pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
The men's basketball roster, their season was a disaster, but they had big-time players that were there. And then women's basketball. They have Juju and then the number 1 class coming in.
Yeah.
They're not coming in for free. So that would be a school. But again, it's a select few. And, I mean, you only have so much. So part of it's going to be speculation with Tobe, but it can be a combination of NIL opportunities elsewhere, playing time opportunities. I mean, there's going to be an opportunity at Tennessee now, even more so for whoever they go after in the transfer portal. Again, hello, Umar Ballo if Jason Swain's making the call, but a lot of people are going to call for Ballo because he can go start and play a lot anywhere.
If I had his number, I would make the call.
Mm-hmm.
I'm media.
Trying to get an interview?
I'm old media. Just calling for an interview. Yeah. You see how I did that, Josh?
Mm-hmm.
I'm old media. I'm you. I'm you back in the day when you used to call recruits and find out what's going on. I can do that. I can do that. Mm-hmm.
Back in the day, younger days. Are you calling yourself old media because we found out from ChatGPT yesterday you're 41?
Yeah.
They moved you ahead a couple years.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So I wouldn't mind making that phone call just to gauge interest, you know.
Mm-hmm. So, all right, roster has some reshaping to do, some rebuilding to do from the team that just went to the Elite Eight with 4 of your top 7 players on their way out.
Hey, Rick, you only got a couple more years left. It's time to go all in. All in. I don't want to get in trouble for saying this, but I'm willing to say I'm sorry. And I'll say it anyways. Remember Rick got in trouble years ago for taking care of his staff?
Yeah.
He kind of donated some of his money to his staff to take care of his assistants.
Yeah. That was in his first couple of years.
That's
early in his tenure.
Yeah, that's not what he's supposed to do, right?
Yeah.
But it's the right thing to do.
Swain, what are you saying over there?
I don't know. I forgot.
Okay.
I forgot. Never mind.
I don't know that he's transferred yet. Brandon Huntley Hatfield did announce.
Don't play with me.
Oh.
Don't play with me. We're trying to get better.
Okay.
Is Brandon Huntley Hatfield better than Ballo?
No.
Don't play with me, Josh. You don't waste my time. Don't waste our time. I know people trying to, get back together with old flings and, you want that feel-good story. You know what feels good? Winning. Winning feels good, Josh.
Huntley Hatfield announced he's headed to NC State to help replace DJ Burns. Maybe that's the ex-VFL transfer route.
Cool. Maybe Freddie De Leon and Tobe Awaka will be with the Wolfpack too there. Brandon Huntley Hatfield. You ought to be sharing yourself. He is not an option for me.
Kwame asks, unless Adu is leaving, why would Ballo come here?
Why is Tobe leaving? If he loved Tennessee so much, then why he leaving? It would be the same reason why Ballo would come.
The processing continues. I told you college basketball, 12-month-a-year sport now. These moves happen in July. They certainly happen right after the season, but the unexpected moves, they can hit anybody. They've hit Tennessee. Tobe Awaka in the transfer
Who asked
portal.
that question again?
About Adu? Kwame.
Kwame, why you work at your job? Why you still there? Because they paying you right. That's why. So that's why Ballo would come.
So I asked you, who do you not want Kentucky to get as a coach? I need to start doing that with transfers. Who do you want Ballo to not go play for?
Kentucky.
Okay.
Yeah, Kentucky.
Alabama, Auburn.
Yeah. There's money in the SEC to go get him.
Arkansas.
He can go to Arkansas.
Okay.
I prefer he wears orange to come to Tennessee, but, if I'm Coach Kyle, I'm calling Ballo. I'm making that happen.
Is Cal walking his dog? What's going on?
He's walking his dog, man. He's good.
I'll give him credit. When it was flying back after LSU, right? He said, we got to go hop in the plane. Got to go let the dogs out. He was out strolling with the dog yesterday. It offered a no comment, just walking his dog.
He's not walking his dog. He is walking with the stroller, and the dog is in the stroller. That's not walking your dog, man. Right. What is that?
I'm in on Cal.
How do we describe that? That's not walking your dog.
I like Fayetteville Cal.
When you walk your dog actually walks. He was pushing him in a stroller like he was a newborn baby. The dog has 4 legs. He can walk his own self. I need a break.
We'll come back, 865-656-9900, VFL Ron Sleigh. In 15 minutes, Kim Caldwell, her introductory press conference at 2 o'clock. We have a busy afternoon that we'll continue with on Josh and Swain.
Caller 5 right now, 656 wins, qualifies for the Hoopty Madness prize pack. You could be the winner of 2 tickets to the 2024 Wells Fargo Championship and $1,000 to cover travel costs. Hoopty swag, including 2 paddle boards, a cooler, cornhole boards, and a patio umbrella. That's Caller 5 right now, 656-9467.
Hey, it's Josh. I want to tell you about Ted Russell Ford, where my family has purchased several vehicles over the last few years, 2 in the last 2 years. At Ted Russell Ford, they can help you find exactly what you need. If you need a truck, if you need an SUV, check with Ted Russell Ford to see how they can help you find exactly what you need. If you're looking for a truck, they have specials available right now, savings for you with Ford Truck Month, brand new Ford F-150s, with different options based on what you need, and savings available on all of them. Low interest rates that are available. They're going to make sure your vehicle is taken care of with service that they offer. At Ted Russell Ford, they have 2 dealership locations. So you can stop by the Parkside Drive dealership location or Kingston Pike right next to Walker Springs Road. More inventory is available thanks to 2 dealership options. I've shopped and bought from both locations. Trucks, SUVs, work trucks, or with their pre-owned selection, they'll help you find what you need. You can start shopping online at tedrussellford.net.
This has been a paid announcement.
Hound Dogs, Knoxville's oldest privately owned UT fan shop, is your one-stop shop for any Big Orange fan. Hound Dogs has all your Vol swag from head to toe, from the backyard to the man cave. New stock items come in every day, and items for your little Vol fans. Hound Dogs is located on Cedar Bluff at Kingston Pike or online at hdknoxville.com. Join their VIP club and get info on exclusive specials and events. Get your orange on at Hound Dogs.
Hello, friends. This is Kevin Frazier, and we're having a gargantuan grand reopening sale at Frazier's Carpet One. Frazier's has just totally renovated our entire store, and we're celebrating by putting everything on sale, whether it's carpet, hardwood, luxury vinyl, ceramic, laminate, and more. It's all on sale. Plus, no money down and free financing for 18 months. If you're even thinking about new flooring, now is the time to call Frazier's at 546-4850. Let us come to you first. Let us make it easy. Our brand new showroom is packed to the rafters with inventory, and we need to get it going. So everything is on sale for our biggest sale ever.
Frazier's. I like your style.
It's a gargantuan grand reopening sale from Frazier's Carpet One.
Phoenix Conversions. You love your home truck, work truck, SUV. You want it tricked out, fixed up, VIP. You need it modified, personalized. To get it like you want, you gotta take it to the guys at Phoenix Conversions. Hands down, no contest. Phoenix Conversions, when it has to be the best.
You know, it's hard to believe there was a point in time when having security was more of a status in the world today than it was actually protecting yourself, your loved ones, and your belongings. And then Feliner Security came on the scene, serving East Tennessee for more than 5 decades with a 24/7, 365 monitoring center. They have the quickest response rate across the city of Knoxville. Do you want affordable security to make sure that you're in the know when you may not be in the know? 544-9964 or online at FelinerSecurity.com.
Summer is almost here, and Saturday, April 20th, first time ever, a limited number of lake lots are being released. 2-acre wooded lots from $79.9. Lake lots with covered boat slips from $64.9. Lake cottage package only $349.9. Pickleball, pools, on-site coffee shop, marina, hiking trails, and much more. Call for your private tour. Appointments are limited. Celebrate lake life and make memories. Limited property release Saturday, April 20th. Call 865-408-9992. Or better yet, visit lakelivingtn.com. Memories start here.
I'm Chelsea Messenger, helping you beat the books with BetQL. Let's head to Cleveland, where the Guardians host the White Sox in an AL Central battle. The White Sox are a hapless bunch, sitting at 1-9 with a -30 run differential. Meanwhile, the Guardians have the MLB's best run differential at +36. With Logan Allen on the bump, sporting his 2-0 record and sub-3 ERA, ride with the home team to win by a margin and take Cleveland on the run line. Don't forget to bet smarter and beat the books with BetQL, and download the BetMGM app today.
Without the ones like you, who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you with professional-grade industrial supplies. Count on real-time product availability and fast delivery. Call, clickgrainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
From the Budweiser studios of The Sports Animal, we are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
Back on Josh and Swain, we'll talk to VFL Ron Sleigh in 10 minutes. There is a vacancy in the Boom Boom Room. We'll see what Ron Sleigh thinks about Tennessee now looking to replace Tobe Awaka.
Ron, sorry. You ain't the same player as you were when you was here.
I'm going to let you tell Ron Sleigh that.
I'll tell him. Hey, when you have a relationship with somebody, you're telling them the truth. And I think I have the type of relationship that I could share that with Ron. But I don't think Ron needs me to tell him that. I think he already knows that.
He might know. He's
Ron
Sleigh.
Guy. Smart guy.
In 10 minutes. So in the transfer portal from Tennessee, Tobe Awaka, Freddie DeLeon, and then DJ Jefferson also go in the transfer portal, which I think was expected based on his lack of contribution the last 2 seasons in Knoxville. We say hello to Gary on Josh and Swain. Gary, thank you for calling in. What's on your mind today?
Thank you, brothers. I hope you're having a large day. I'm a big Razorback fan, and so my last 48 hours have obviously been a little tumultuous. And, of course, your transfer news has me intrigued, given that Arkansas has literally 0 players on its roster right now. None. But, and I'm not even sure how crazy I am about the hire, but that's a whole nother conversation. What I am most curious about is the NIL stipulation in this whole deal. The powers that be are going to pigeonhole $6 million specifically for basketball.
Goodness gracious!
You've only got 13 players. $6 million goes a hell of a long way. So my twofold question to that is, could that spark an internal war? I mean, does Sam Pittman go to Hunter Yurachek and the Waltons and the Tysons and say, hey, where's my love? Dave Van Horn, I got the #1 baseball team in the world. Where's my love? And two, the second part, let's say this experiment works really well and Arkansas returns to its 90s greatness as a basketball power. How long then before the Haslams say, well, if Arkansas will do 6, hell, we'll do 7. And then how long before Warren Buffett says, shoot, I'll do 8? Does this thing escalate?
I don't think all the boosters care about the same sports that others care about and are willing to put their resources in that particular sport. Arkansas obviously is big on basketball. I mean, they won a championship in 94, Scotty Thurman and Corliss Williamson and Nolan Richardson. Like, I was a fan of that team. And they've had a taste of winning at a high level. Van Horn is trying to get there. He's trying to get over the hump. Certainly he has a championship caliber program. But if Arkansas is willing to do that for Cal, which Cal had to go to Arkansas for something. I mean, it had to be a better deal than Kentucky. You should be able to beat the freaking Golden State Warriors with $6 million a year in basketball. My goodness.
Yeah, and Gary, we're out of time. We appreciate the call. I will run Sleigh on Josh and Swain.
Hey, Knoxville, are you looking for a job where you can have a ton of fun and make great money? Twin Peaks is the team for you. Twin Peaks is looking for Twin Peaks girls, cooks, bussers, barbacks, and more. Text TP Jobs to 85000 or apply in person today.
Hey, it's Josh. I want to tell you about Wilson Brothers Plumbing. I want to tell you about what they can do for you, but I also want to tell you about how Wilson Brothers Plumbing has helped me. We have used Wilson Brothers Plumbing at my home. If you search Wilson Brothers Plumbing on Google, you'll see 5-star reviews across the board from people talking about the great experience they had with Wilson Brothers Plumbing. I am one of those people that left a review because we had the experience of Wilson Brothers helping with a project that we were planning. We needed a faucet outside, outdoors, moved to a different spot in our house. They did a great job for us, made it very easy for us. We had an underground leak issue a year ago. We were able to rely on Wilson Brothers Plumbing. We know that they are dependable. We know they are committed to doing great work and providing customer service we expect when we call. That's the experience you will have as well. If you need help with a problem, if you want to prevent future problems, Wilson Brothers Plumbing can help with preventative service. Locally owned, it's a great company that you can trust. Visit wilsonbrothersplumbing.com to learn more or to schedule service. That's wilsonbrothersplumbing.com. The proof is in the plumbing.
This has been a paid announcement.
Howmet Aerospace, where your career takes flight. Are you tired of what you're doing and ready for more? Set your future in flight today with Howmet Aerospace in Morristown, one of the area's top employers. And they're hiring up to 100 people right now. You get benefit eligibility on day one with medical, dental, vision, life, and disability, plus 13 paid holidays. Apply online at howmet.com. Several shift options are available. You get a 401k dollar-for-dollar match and an additional retirement company contribution of 3% of your pay. Start your new career today, over $21 an hour. Howmet's future is moving fast, so they're ready for you today. Help transform the future of aerospace with high performance as we help make quieter, more fuel-efficient engines in airplanes and gas turbines. Join the in-person hiring fair at 5650 Commerce Boulevard in Morristown on Wednesday, April 10th from 3 until 5 p.m. and Saturday, April 13th from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Get your career on the right path today at Howmet Aerospace, where your career takes flight.
Hello, friends. This is Kevin Frazier, and we're having a gargantuan grand reopening sale at Frazier's Carpet One. Frazier's has just totally renovated our entire store, and we're celebrating by putting everything on sale, whether it's carpet, hardwood, luxury vinyl, ceramic, laminate, and more. It's all on sale. Plus, no money down and free financing for 18 months. If you're even thinking about new flooring, now is the time to call Frazier's at 546-4850. Let us come to you first. Let us make it easy. Our brand new showroom is packed to the rafters with inventory, and we need to get it gone. So everything is on sale for our biggest sale ever. It's a gargantuan grand reopening sale from Frazier's Carpet One.
It's Hoop Tea Madness here at 99.1 The Sports Animal. Listen for the cue to call in weekdays, and you could get qualified for the ultimate Hoop Tea Outdoor Experience Package, including 2 tickets to the PGA Tour Wells Fargo Championship in Charlotte. The grand prize winner will also score 2 paddle boards, a sweet outdoor cornhole set, a rugged outdoor cooler, and an outdoor patio umbrella, plus $1,000, all compliments of Hoop Tea. Refreshing, bright, spiked iced tea.
At Ingles, we know the ever-present struggle of, what am I going to make for dinner this week? That's why we started the Ingles Table. It's all waiting for you at ingles-markets.com. Ingles, low prices, love the savings.
This is WNML-FM Friendsville, WNML-AM Knoxville, Cumulus Media Stations, broadcasting worldwide from the Budweiser Studios. We are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
This is Andrew Perloff with the CBS Sports Minute, sponsored by Wrangler. It's Wrangler season out there. Open roads, endless horizons. Shop Wrangler.com for new denim. The Connecticut Huskies completed their run to become the first back-to-back champs since 2007. UConn is becoming a dynasty, but they're not defined by their stars. Just consistent excellence, defensive tenacity, and making the extra pass. Style that might not be for everyone, but no one can argue with the results. I'm Andrew Perloff.
Around here at Wrangler, we are all excited for spring. The longer days, the warmer nights. When you've got your pick of shorts and jeans, either works just fine. Blue skies, open roads. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
The good folks at Wendy's have a revolutionary new product for you. Introducing the new Orange Dreamsicle Frosty. It's like a time machine that takes you all the way back to now, the year 2024. It's the classic creamy, orangey flavor you remember. Dare I say, it's new-timey. It's the flavor you grew up with, just all grown up. Head over to your local Wendy's establishment and get yours while supplies last. The new Orange Dreamsicle Frosty. Here for the now, for now.
Limited time only at participating Wendy's.
Replace your worn-out brakes and save now on Brake Best Select. Brake Best Select Pro are import-direct brake pads and rotors only at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
This is Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us. We begin hour number 2. In just a few minutes, we will be joined by Ron Sleigh, VFL, former Tennessee and SEC basketball legend on 3HL in the afternoons, and an SEC network basketball analyst. He will stop by for the Sleigh Ride here in just a few minutes, as we will have a lot to discuss. Every week we have the Sleigh Ride thanks to Native Design with the Native Nursery. 1 hour from right now, we will carry Kim Caldwell's introductory press conference as she will be introduced as the new head coach of the Lady Vols. We will also discuss with Ron in just a few minutes the departure of Tobe Awaka, who announced about an hour ago that he will enter the transfer portal. And we'll see what that means for Tennessee's roster with the expected return. We have to say assumed or expected, I guess, with most players when we're talking about them coming back. But right now the front court would feature Jonas Adu and J.P. Estrella, who played 15 minutes against Purdue in the final game of the season and has talent and upside that the coaching staff likes a lot. But I would also recommend strongly Tennessee go find another post player to come in and help. There's also Cade Phillips on the roster, so we'll see what kind of development he can make. But Awaka was an important part of the rotation for Tennessee, has obvious upside, has things he has to work on. Foul trouble was something that he battled throughout the season. But Awaka was a force out there on the floor. So replacing Tobe Awaka is added to the conversation of replacing a first-team All-American in Dalton Connect. And then I think it was it David Cobb yesterday, but talking about the different things that Josiah Jordan-James can do on the court. Don't overlook all the things that he did that has to be replaced. And then Santiago Vescovi, who played a lot of minutes and did a lot of things at times scoring this past season. Scoring was not as big of a role for him, but he did other things for Tennessee too.
I think you can look at every player on the team and say there's something that they could have done better. They need to work on. I mean, even Dalton Connect defensively, Zakai Ziegler, shooting the basketball at times or maybe decision making. So my point is, like, everyone can find something to improve their game on, which is what's so exciting about the off season. Is here's your chance to really get into the lab and work on your game. And Tobe will have to do that wherever he goes. Everybody will have to do that. But here's a chance for Rick Barnes to look at his team, assess his team from this past season, and say, okay, where can we get better? You do that every single season. Doesn't matter what coach you are, what sport you coach. Every offseason a chance to look at your roster, especially in the NIL era, and go, where can we get better? And now you have an opportunity to, especially at a place like Tennessee, that you have resources to funds to make that happen. And Rick Barnes is in a position, too, where kind of like Nick Saban was at Alabama. I know the championships and all that stuff are different, but are you going to help me get to the league? Because that's what a player wants the most. Can you help me reach my goals? Can you help me get to the league? If you can do that better than most, then you don't have to pay as much as maybe the next person. So that's something that Tennessee has working for them right now while Rick Barnes still the coach.
So Paul sent us a text, and he said, if we don't get some good news soon in men's basketball, I'm going to need a cardiology consult.
Oh.
I would say...
just relax, man. It's a long offseason.
Don't get to that point.
It's a long offseason.
Still have Zakai Ziegler, great point guard leader. He will be more than a year removed from his torn ACL. He'll be better next season than he was this year. He's the SEC Defensive Player of the Year. Jemai Mashak is a great culture guy.
Yeah.
I know that we've had several texts offering concern about Jonas Adu. He was still an all-SEC player. He had a good season for Tennessee. They need him to be better.
Yeah.
He had a terrible day against Purdue. But he was a difference maker for Tennessee in the season that the Vols had. J.P. Estrella is going to be better next year. I think there are reasons to be confident in him, Cam Carr, and then Tennessee's ability to attract talent, as you're talking about. Tennessee is an attractive destination. That is a lot to replace. Tennessee had an offense that was just inside the top 30 with Dalton Connect.
Yeah, but can it be better with a player or two that's not as good as Dalton Connect, but you have more movement, you have more trust in the offense rather than just throwing at one person and let him do all the work? That was a knock on Tennessee. And a lot of us as fans, when we heard national pundits talk about that as being a knock on Tennessee, we didn't want to hear it. We thought they were hating. We didn't want to hear that critique. Just tell us how great we are. But that was the reason why Tennessee lost to Purdue. It was also the reason why Tennessee was in a position to play Purdue and win because of Dalton Connect playing hero ball. And it was great when he did it, but you needed more from other people versus Purdue, and you didn't get it.
Yeah, you're right. Can they be better with a more collective effort? Maybe.
Maybe. It's a big maybe.
Maybe. The issue is that it's unlikely because the offensive results leading up to this past season were worse.
It's unlikely. It's hard, but it's what kept you from reaching your goal.
Yeah.
Like you hit some goals. You had a great season, but if we look at, all right, what kept us from reaching our goal, you can't just say, well, I mean, it was just Zach Edey. No. He wasn't out there putting his hands in people's faces, making them miss shots from the outside either. I mean, so understand, like, we at the 10-yard line. Like, we got to the 10-yard line. But the 10-yard line is not enough. Like, we want to get closer. We want to get to the 5. We want to score a touchdown. And you don't wake up every day getting out of bed, your feet hitting the floor, unless you are trying to pursue a championship. The moment you stop pursuing a championship, that's the moment you need to retire. You need to stop coaching. You need to stop playing. So the goal for Tennessee, as well as every other team that was in the Elite Eight or the Sweet 16, is how can we take a step closer? How do we go a step further?
Auburn guard Aiden Holloway entering the transfer portal. So here's something else to keep in mind. We'll wrap up this segment, get ready for Ron Slay to join us in just a few minutes. There is so much unknown everywhere in college basketball. So if you're having some concerns of, oh, my gosh, we have all these holes to fill, everybody has holes to fill.
Dude, Arkansas doesn't even have a roster.
Yeah, Kentucky right now is looking at, like, we don't know who is a part of the program right now and who's leading it.
They got decommitments left and right, too.
So that's why we've already seen some way too early top 25s for college basketball. They're hilarious because nobody knows. Fox Sports put out one last night. It was before the championship game ended. It was a top 25 for next season. Tennessee was number 7, which is cool. It included a note that Dalton Connect is probably gone. People don't know who's coming and going. What
do you mean probably gone?
Yeah, he's gone, okay? He has no more eligibility. He's going to be a lottery pick.
That must be Chat GPT said that.
So if you're if you're concerned right now about, well, we don't know who's going to be on the team, we don't know who's playing what roles, Tennessee has more known figures than a lot of teams out there. It's a long way to go in the college basketball offseason. Have fun, coaches, because you got a lot of work to do. You think the season's busy. Wait till the offseason arrives, and it is here. We'll come back. We'll check in with Ron Sleigh coming up in just a few minutes. The VFL to react to the latest news with Tobe Awaka entering the transfer portal and what's next for the Vols right here on Josh and Swain.
The Budweiser studios are recognized worldwide on the Sports Animal app and online at 991thesportsanimal.com.
Fellas, if you're feeling different, you've noticed you don't have the same amount of energy as you had before. Maybe you're a little grumpy. Motivation and drive is off. Have some weight gain, loss of muscle mass. These are signs of low testosterone levels. And we got to do something about it. We have to get to feeling like we did before. Well, get your levels checked. You can do that with Low T Center. Really simple process. Their on-site lab will allow you to get your results back in 25 minutes. Low T Center is not like your typical doctor's office. Their physicians specialize in treating low testosterone. They've been doing this for years, folks, with most health insurance accepted. They have affordable and convenient treatment options, including physician-monitored, self-inject treatments that I love. Very convenient for me. They are shipped right to your house each and every month, saving you a trip to the center for those weekly visits. Right now at Low T Center, it is only $25 to get your T level tested. Let's make your health and quality of life a priority. Go to the website. That's lowtcenter.com to book your appointment online today. That's lowtcenter.com.
This has been a paid announcement.
Elevate your products today with Native Nursery. Now open to contractors and landscapers. We're your one-stop destination, offering quality wholesale plants, trees, and landscaping materials. We'll even take your leaves and hardscape waste for a low flat rate. If you're a contractor or landscaper, make Native Nursery your go-to location today.
Call or come by and see Ben and Ted. 865-315-0123 and 3473 Louisville Road. 5 minutes from Pellissippi off the Topside Road exit.
Fairways and Greens is up their game and now offers TrackMan technology with their indoor simulators and outdoor TrackMan range. Get your practice feedback by using TrackMan's radar technology, providing up to 26 data points and taking your game from good to great. Capture and view tour-level ball data, play top-ranked virtual courses, or have a blast playing interactive games. The ultimate range experience is at Fairways and Greens. Visit today or go online at fairwaysandgreens.com.
Vol Baseball is back on 99.1 The Sports Animal. And Ted Russell Ford want to give you a chance to win a porch for you and your crew to watch a Vols game this season. Check out 991thesportsanimal.com and get signed up. And you could be cheering on the Vols from the outfield while enjoying this unique fan experience with you and your friends. So batter up, good luck, and go Vols. From Ted Russell Ford in 99.1 The Sports Animal.
Hound Dogs, Knoxville's oldest privately owned UT fan shop, is your one-stop shop for any Big Orange fan. Hound Dogs has all your Vol swag from head to toe, from the backyard to the man cave. New stock items come in every day, and items for your little Vol fans. Hound Dogs is located on Cedar Bluff and Kingston Pike, or online at hdknoxville.com. Join their VIP club and get info on exclusive specials and events. Get your orange on at Hound Dogs.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
This story is called The Ugly Truth About Timeshare. If you think you've done your family a favor by buying a timeshare, you need my help. Hello, I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I started helping folks cancel their timeshare. In the process, started what's now called the timeshare cancellation industry. The ugly truth is, when you buy a timeshare, you can't tell me how much it's going to cost or when it's going to end. I recently helped a couple that had their maintenance fees go from $800 to $3,200 a year. They also received a $4,000 assessment for a hurricane that was over 1,000 miles away. Sound crazy? The crazy thing is, this never ends. Call my office now. If we take you as a client, I guarantee we'll cancel your timeshare or you'll pay nothing.
Call for your free information kit. Call 800-462-3333. That's 800-462-3333. 800-462-3333. Josh and Swain on 99.1 The Sports Animal. Once again, voted one of the top 25 sports midday shows in America by Barrett Sports Media. You can't hide talent. You can only hope to contain it.
Back on Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us.
What a day. Beautiful day to have a beautiful day, Josh Ward.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. We have a lot to get to, so why don't we dive right in?
Let's do it.
We hop on the sleigh ride. It's going to be full speed ahead for the rest of the hour. We have a ton to cover. The season's over. It's supposed to be time to go ahead and ease on into the garage, but it's the off season when things actually take off. We say hello to Ron Sleigh with the Sleigh Ride every week, thanks to Native Design with the Native Nursery. For contractors and landscapers, your one-stop shop for plants, trees, and landscaping materials. That includes boulders, flagstone, mulch, and more. At 3473 Louisville Road, just 5 minutes from Pellissippi off the Topside Road exit. NativeTN.com is the website. Local company, great company, Native Design with the Native Nursery. Ron Sleigh, VFL, SEC basketball legend on 3HL on the Zone in Nashville, plus analyst with the SEC Network. Hello.
What's up, good people? How you guys doing, man?
Well, the last 60 to 75 minutes has been a conversation about managing the offseason that is and will forever be, it looks like, what happens in college basketball. Tobe Awaka entering the transfer portal. That news came out a little more than an hour ago. We've talked a lot this season about what he's able to do, the impact Tobe can make. What do you think hearing the news? You can start with Tobe. You can talk about the roster with Tennessee, wherever you would go with hearing that news about Tobe Awaka, who announced he's entering the transfer portal.
Man, that's a tough one right there. But I also think, man, at times you can't overreact. I think it's about to become a formality of the off season for college basketball, for college sports in general, until it's at some point maybe a cap put on or a salary cap, if you will, whatever needs to be done with NIL. But I mean, in a sense, though, when you increase your stock, it's almost like, man, from the player's perspective, why wouldn't you test the market? You know what I mean? It's like testing the waters. Instead of testing the NBA, you can test the waters of college and see where else you may be wanted. So I can understand it, man. I hate it, though. Ooh, good gosh, man. You love Tobe as a player. He fights tooth and nail with being undersized, still being able to deliver, still being able to affect the game on both ends of the floor. And it felt like he was coming into his own, especially towards the end of this season. We expected some high expectations coming into the season, especially after what he did with the USA team. That was pretty good. So that's a tough void to fill. The positive light on it, there's a lot of Tobe Awakas out there also testing the waters. I mean, you know, it's not a knock or a slight to him, but I mean, you got to do your work year round now as a coach. I mean, I don't know how they do it. This would drive me nuts. This would drive me nuts. But you look at the roster now, and you try to figure out what's going on in the front court. You know, you got J.P. Estrella, Cade Phillips, but Tobe would be a key piece to that front court and them doing well. So it's gonna be interesting to see what direction they go, man. Golly, that's one you hate, man. That's when you had the superheroes as a little kid, man. You always had the one superhero that would beat up everybody. He might be a little undersized, might look funny, like the color may be fading on him, or one of his shoes might be off. But boy, you always know where to find him. That was Tobe Awaka for the front court, man. So you losing one of your superheroes on this one.
Ron, I would like to think that you and I are friends.
Swain, you got to start like that. I mean, yes, my brother. We definitely friends.
You probably already know this, but I'm here to remind you that, Ron, I know Tobe has left the opening for a post player. Ron, you can't play, man. You can't take Tobe Awaka's spot, okay? I know you want to. I know you like playing. I know you love to play in this offense, but Ron, you can't play, man. You can't take Tobe's spot, all right?
Yeah. Man, I tell you what, boy, I'll suit up in a heartbeat. Golly, like this is the thing, Swain. When you look at just the history of the way Barnes coaches and what the power forward means to his systems, it's got to be something else. Let me just say that.
Yeah.
It's got to be something. It can't be the style of play and playing time. It's got to be something else.
Yeah.
It's got to be something else.
Yeah, for sure.
That's tough.
As sad as this could be for the Tobe Awaka fans, and listen, I was hurt, man. I was hurt for about 5 minutes, but I was okay because Balo was available. Ron Sleigh from Arizona, like here's an opportunity to upgrade and get better. If you are Rick Barnes, where can you get better with some of these guys hitting the portal?
Man, it's plenty of places. Like you said, that's the silver lining in it all. What you lose, you can also go and gain, and like you said, upgrade. There's different spots all over, man. This now that the championship is done, there's gonna be people bolting to jump into the transfer portal, and depending on what you need, like you have it's like going down the grocery store with your shopping cart, man. Like whatever you're looking for, you can find. You need a big that can score. You need a big that can bang. You need a 7-footer to go out there and get it done. You can go find it. It's just about doing the work and also trying to keep the integrity of your program and the culture. I think that's one thing that can't get lost in trying to find a big splash or that's what was so great about Dalton Connect, to be able to bring somebody in that could fit into the system and into the culture more so than to play on the court. Because if you can fit them in comfortably with the rest of the guys, then you think eventually the talent will show and he can be able to carry on and, you know, have a great production, a great productive season moving forward. But it's so many, Swain, I don't know where to start. Like, it was also another 7-footer that redshirted for Arizona. I forgot his name, but he's also available, and he has 3 years remaining. So he was a 5-star coming out. Pretty good, man. He might not be 7-footer, might be 6'10", 6'11", but still size that can get it done. 5-star, you don't just throw 5 stars out there. 4 stars, you may just get that out there, but a 5-star, you had to have some kind of talent.
Josh, I think it's worth noting that Ron knows that. That means he's keeping up with the transfer portal because he's ready to recruit players to Tennessee too. Go ahead.
Yes, Swain doesn't just have a tab; he has a window dedicated to the transfer portal.
I'm on it, Ron.
He's constantly watching. Yes,
you have. That's the only way you can keep up with it, man. This thing is forever changing. It's and then you also got a couple in the guys that are that have goals of trying to get into the NBA, which. It's a different time, man. I have no earthly idea where these kids are getting these. Where are you getting your information? Like the trainer that knows somebody that knows somebody that knew somebody. Like those are not the people you're supposed to be listening to, man. I do believe that NIL is set up for you to have an opportunity to come back and increase your stock. People that are averaging 12 points, you score 16 in mid-major, and you're thinking about going to the league, y'all can't be watching the same game I'm watching. Can't be. Now, Power 5. Now I know some guys out there that Florida State in particular. You know, guys averaging 4 points and ended up being a lottery pick, but those are freshmen. I'm talking about the fifth-year guys, the guys that are flirting with going to the league. It's a different age, man. God, I feel like the old man on the porch. Swain, bring me a drink, man.
I got you, man. Ron, it's weird because, like, you have these players that are getting whatever they're getting, right, to come in from high school. And what's happening is established players, for whatever reason, is finding out how much these other dudes are making.
Yeah.
And if you are an established player and some guy that's coming in that hasn't done anything is making more than you, I'm sorry, man, that's not going to sit well. Remember a couple of years ago when Sam Bradford was #1 overall pick, and he got like $60 million guaranteed. The next year, they changed the whole CBA, and Jameis Winston was the first pick the next year, and he wasn't getting paid more than all pros and Pro Bowl players. They changed it, and I just feel like it's natural to say to yourself, man, that's not right. No. I need to go test my value somewhere else. I think that's what's happening in football. I think it's what's happening in basketball, and I think it's gonna happen other sports too.
It's gonna continue to happen too, Swain, until it's a cap put on it, man. That's why I agree with Saban that. And that's what he was talking about. Now it's funny that you talk like that once you're walking away from the game, but I get that. I get that point from him. It should be a show me of what you can do. Not a predictive. I'm gonna get you because you're a 5-star. You're expected to do this. I'm gonna give you 6 figures. Like it shouldn't be that. It should be you established. Like Zakai Ziegler should be able to go in the office and talk to somebody and ask him what he wants.
Yeah.
And, well, I understand that. But not somebody coming in, like you haven't done anything.
Yeah.
For another case, man, South Carolina with Michie Johnson leaving. Like, that's the prime case. You had the keys to the team. You're able to shoot logo threes whenever you want to, even when you're 0 for 10. You're still able to do it. But you, like what you're saying, like you want to be paid as the highest player. And this is just me hypothetically speaking. You want to be paid as the highest player. You're not the best player. Colin Murray-Boyles is the best player on that team. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He should be paid like it. And if you don't get it, then I guess you have to move on. So here comes Ohio State knocking on the door. And now he's transferring to Ohio State. It's like what do you do? Like, you can't please everyone.
Nope.
So whatever it is, man, I think however Dan Hurley's able to keep that talent up there with him at UConn, somebody need to tap in to figure out just exactly what he's doing because there's some talented guys up there.
Yeah, from last year to this year, what they did, there's the formula for you right now, at least what we've seen in a short sample size, but what a sample it has been with the 2-year run, 12-0 in the NCAA tournament. We'll continue with Ron Sleigh, VFL, with us on the Sleigh Ride, thanks to Native Design with the Native Nursery. Just for the record, Ron, I also consider us friends. I still think you could fill it up in the boom room for a few minutes if Tennessee called on you. I want the record to show that.
What? And I know and believe that. That's why I don't even have to address you.
Say less, Ron Sleigh. Jason Swain here. I'm Josh Ward. We continue on the Sleigh Ride with Ron Sleigh on Josh and Swain.
Your odds to win 99.1 These Sports Animals' biggest prizes just got better. We now draw one member of our email club, The Jungle, as an instant finalist in contests with a grand prize value over $500. Club members get links to our latest blogs and videos, plus a layout of sports animal programming and the biggest sporting events of the weekend. To make sure you receive our weekly sports animal emails, visit our website at 991thesportsanimal.com and sign up for The Jungle Email Club. The great thing about sports is it never stops. Here's another 60-second sports minute on The Sports Animal.
The UConn Huskies are the men's basketball national champions for the second year in a row after a 75-60 win over Purdue last night in the national title game. Tristan Newton had a team-high 20 points for UConn, which became the first program since 2007 to repeat as national champions. Your Tuesday night NBA schedule at 7 o'clock, Hornets take on the Mavericks, Pistons visit the Sixers, Raptors take on the Pacers. At 7:30, the Hawks welcome the Heat, Celtics visit the Bucks. At 8 o'clock, the Grizzlies take on the Spurs, Bulls host the Knicks, Magic visit the Rockets, Wizards take on the Timberwolves, Thunder host the Kings. At 9 o'clock, the Jazz get the Nuggets. At 10 o'clock, the Warriors visit the Lakers, the Suns take on the Clippers, the Trailblazers host the Pelicans. And the Nashville Predators are very close to clinching a Western Conference wildcard spot as they look to wrap up a playoff berth against the Winnipeg Jets tonight at Bridgestone Arena. Puck drop is at 8 o'clock. I'm Joel Silverberg.
Swimsuit bodies, they're built right now, and if you need help getting started or leveling up, then you need to check out Ford Sanders Health and Fitness Center. Hey, this is Heather. I can tell you from personal experience, whether you're a total newbie to working out or you want to take your great fitness routine to the next level, you can get great results at Ford Sanders Health and Fitness Center. Pro tip, take advantage of the free health assessment and track your progress. It keeps you motivated, and I said, it's free. They've got 85 group fitness classes each week, a full weight room with free weights, dumbbells, kettlebells, and machines, and every piece of cardio equipment under the sun. They also have the indoor pool that's open all year round, basketball, racquetball, pickleball, and tennis courts. Everything you need to get in shape is at Ford Sanders Health and Fitness Center, and all memberships are month to month with no long-term contracts. And free childcare comes with the family membership. You can call them today at 531-5000 or find them online at fshfc.com.
Every morning, every evening, we're here. Because when it comes to children, it's more than a job. It's our life. We're here for every tear, every little scare, and for life's greatest challenges. We're East Tennessee Children's Hospital, and together, we're taking care of our future, one child at a time.
Are you ready to elevate your pizza experience? Introducing Bren's Pizza, your local premium pizza destination. Bren's Pizza delivers a unique signature crust and all-natural ingredients. Try their national award-winning pizzas, the Bianca Rosa, or the wildly popular Heritage Honey. Whether you're catering for the office, hosting your in-laws, or feeding the team after the big win, Bren's Pizza takes every occasion up a notch. Ordering is easy by phone or online at Brenz.com. That's BRENZ.com. Bren's Pizza, premium pizza delivered.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
At Ace, your backyard is right in our backyard. So when you need to feed your grass, remove the weeds, or wrangle those leaves, go to the place that delivers on top brands like Eagle, Toro, and Steel. We offer curbside pickup or get what you need delivered at participating stores.
Stop by your local Elders Ace this Saturday for Spring Open House. You'll save 20% off all plants, pottery, and decor on Saturday only at Elders Ace, the helpful place.
You know, it's hard to believe there was a point in time when having security was more of a status in the world today than it was actually protecting yourself, your loved ones, and your belongings. And then Feliner Security came on the scene, serving East Tennessee for more than 5 decades with a 24/7, 365 monitoring center. They have the quickest response rate across the city of Knoxville. Do you want affordable security to make sure that you're in the know when you may not be in the know? 544-9964 or online at FleeterSecurity.com.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your motorcycle, RV, boat, ATV, and more. All your protection in one place. Bundle and save at Progressive.com.
You are losing money if you do not add a deck before you sell your home. That's why you need to call James Anthony, 304-0955. You can also see what you can do online. That's at TennesseeHome.us. We're talking 20 years of experience and not just squares and rectangles. If you're looking for somebody who can bring customization to your home, call James Anthony at Tennessee Home, 304-0955, 304-0955, or TennesseeHome.us.
The minute folks step into Dollywood in my Smoky Mountains, I want them to fill their hearts with all the beautiful things in this big old world. Dollywood, love every moment.
Plan your visit today at Dollywood.com.
This report is sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance.
Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org.
Make sure to keep the rain gear handy as we head throughout your Tuesday afternoon, as we're going to see widespread showers and downpours pushing through, which will keep temperatures in check. We're only going to see highs topping out right around 63 degrees. Thankfully, rain turns a little more scattered through the overnight hours, low of 54. From the WVLT First Alert Weather Center, meteorologist Jacob Durham.
No matter where you go, there we are. Stream us anywhere. 99.1 The Sports Animal on the app or website. Fair, honest sports conversation from two guys that define credibility. Here's Josh and Swain on The Sports Animal.
This is Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us. We're on social media at Josh and Swain. You can follow us there, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. You can watch and see VFL Ron Sleigh, who is with us for the rest of this hour, on our YouTube channel, Sports Animal YouTube channel. Like and subscribe when you stop by. We have the Sleigh Ride every week thanks to Native Design with the Native Nursery. And we've talked about the news of Tobe Awaka entering the transfer portal. Ron, we went through kind of the big picture look at college basketball, what it is now. Tennessee will look at options, players to bring in, assuming Jonas Adu comes back. And then I would also say J.P. Estrella. That's going to be a big part of the conversation, wouldn't you think, about development and what role he can play, as he played sparingly through the season, played 15 minutes against Purdue. But Tennessee has talked often about how much they like the potential of J.P. Estrella.
Yeah, no question. I think as fans, we all got to see exactly what he can bring to the game. We saw it in flashes throughout the year, but in that game in the NCAA tournament, he was really, really impactful. His length, his athletic ability, it's something else when you're able to throw that ball up, man, and let a guy go grab it and finish at the rim. I think you saw it last night. That put Edey in a bunch of binds when they put the big fella Johnson in, and he was able to go out there and get that lob. That prevents a totally different game. You're able to get to the cup a little bit closer. You put the big man in limbo, and just that bailout of tossing the ball up and knowing somebody's going to come down with it presents a factor that you can't really add up until you get in the game, especially defending the rim as well. He's another guy that blocks shots and can defend the basket as well. Looks a little nimble, so it's going to be interesting to see how he improves in this offseason. But that's somebody I would put a lot of stock into. I haven't been able to see him shoot. You know what I mean? You want to be able to see that little 15-footer just in case you're able to get a high-low going. But that should be good. Even if it's not him, we do know Jonas Adu has touch. And maybe it'll bolster his confidence to be able to shoot outside if you were to go with that big man lineup, those two right there. You have Jonas at the 4. Just got to figure out who's going to guard who on the other end.
Ron Sleigh, 104.5 The Zone, and the SEC Network. There's a big vacancy in the SEC, Ron. I know you know people that know people that know people. What do you think Kentucky's going to do?
Man, whatever they're going to do, they got to get it right. Now, I will say they don't have to be in a big rush to go grab a guy because of the status of holding that Kentucky job means. But I will say I don't think it's what it used to be. As far as when you talk about the total landscape of college basketball, if this job would have came open, as soon as a guy walked away, a guy would have been filling that role, and it would have been easy to do, regardless if you were going to go pull somebody from a champion or you were going to pull somebody from a mid-major, whatever it's going to be. They were going to fly to Kentucky just because of the resources. But the way it is now, man, the landscape of college basketball has changed, especially coming out of COVID, with NIL, with people being able to pour into their programs. So, me personally, I like to shoot after Billy Donovan. I think that right there, when you talk about knowing the landscape, being able to put a staff together, his last time being here, he was a controller of the SEC, still has ties, and then it's nothing like being able to recruit guys and walking in their living room and you knowing what it takes to get to that next level and still having connections. Young players look at that like, oh, man, he was just in the league, you know. So that would always work. I think another guy, Will Wade, I like Will Wade for that spot. He's a guy that could push. You know what he does in recruiting, and it's legal now, so it doesn't matter. The only thing is how will he respond to fans? Or I'm not sure how that worked with LSU, but when he gets hot under the collar, it's his way or no way. And I can see him telling the fans, man, y'all shut up and let me coach or whatever it may be. So that could be interesting to see. It looks like all signs are pointing to Scott Drew, though, down at Baylor. It actually does. And, you know, with the relationship him and the AD have, once you get to a situation or program and you're there more than 10 years, and sometimes it gets a little stale and maybe you need a fresh start. He's already won the national championship at Baylor. They're poured into the program. They got a new arena there. But also to scratch that competitive itch, there's nothing like going to be able to turn a blue blood program back around or get over the mountaintop. So that one national championship could mean a whole lot in his resume to be able to do it at 2 schools. And we know he can recruit. And he's done it with less being in Waco than it would ever be at Lexington. So I could see any one of those 3.
Ron Sleigh with us, VFL, SEC Network analyst. We'll talk about the impact maybe on the SEC as well with Cal's move. He's not leaving the conference, just leaving Lexington, going to Fayetteville, and they care about basketball at Arkansas. What does that mean for the league? And, Ron, before we wrap up the Sleigh Ride, we'll have to get your thoughts on Kim Caldwell, new Lady Vols head coach, who we will hear from 20 minutes from right now. Her press conference will begin at 2 o'clock. We will carry that for you after we wrap up the Sleigh Ride. One more segment with Ron Sleigh with us, thanks to Native Design with the Native Nursery here on Josh and Swain.
This is John, and I'm with Whitney, co-owner of Pipe Wrench Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, voted one of Knoxville's best HVAC companies 7 years in a row. What have you got for us this spring, Whitney?
We have an exciting limited time offer this spring. Now through the end of April, we are offering a free water heater with the purchase and installation of a new heating and cooling system from Pipe Wrench. If you don't need a new water heater yet, that's okay. We can credit the value of the water heater toward your purchase of a complete HVAC system. Our field supervisors can give you all the details and work with you to get the best deal.
Updating your HVAC system and your water heater at the same time sounds great. What do people need to do, Whitney?
All you need to do is call our office or visit our website to book online today. We offer free on-site estimates and free second opinions for HVAC replacements and water heater replacements too, if a water heater is all you need. We offer financing options as well.
Call Pipe Wrench 865-264-8090 or book online at pipewrench.com.
It's Hoop Tea Madness here at 99.1 The Sports Animal. Listen for the cue to call in weekdays, and you could get qualified for the ultimate Hoop Tea outdoor experience package, including 2 tickets to the PGA Tour Wells Fargo Championship in Charlotte. The grand prize winner will also score 2 paddle boards, a sweet outdoor cornhole set, a rugged outdoor cooler, and an outdoor patio umbrella, plus $1,000, all compliments of Hoop Tea. Refreshing, bright, spiked iced tea.
Good morning, Gerald. Are you ready to do your radio commercials?
I sure am.
Gerald, is that a new phone?
It sure is.
Is that a 17?
Nope. Prototype 19.
What? Do you even know how to work that thing?
I sure do. Check out this new feature. Siri, on my phone. Which dealership's got it going on?
Here's what I found. Ted Russell Nissan on Kingston Pike in Knoxville has got it going on.
Hey, Siri, you're the greatest.
It's nice to be appreciated.
Now that's a cool feature.
Just like Siri says, Ted Russell Nissan on Kingston Pike.
East Tennessee, born and raised. There's a law firm in town that understands our area and how to help you best when you're in need. At the McKeon Law Group, Jed McKeon and his team specialize in all aspects of how to best guide you in times when you need it the most. Whether you're going through a divorce, injury, child custody, or criminal battles, their team is a family that will do its best to help your family. Call 294-8008 for the McKeon Law Group. East Tennessee, born, raised, and ready to help you, no matter what your case.
The economy is changing. Uncertainty is everywhere. Now, more than ever, people have serious questions about their financial future. Hi, I'm Mark Pankrat, former UT men's basketball coach and now financial advisor for Axiom Wealth Management. Questions are normal, fear is understandable, but you can have financial peace of mind with a solid game plan. My team and I bring over 100 years of experience answering questions and creating financial solutions. Get in touch with us today at axiom.nm.com to schedule a no-obligation consultation. Axiom Wealth Management is a Northwestern Mutual private client group.
Are you ready to elevate your pizza experience? Introducing Bren's Pizza, your local premium pizza destination. Bren's Pizza delivers a unique signature crust and all natural ingredients. Try their national award-winning pizzas, the Bianca Rosa, or the wildly popular Heritage Honey. Whether you're catering for the office, hosting your in-laws, or feeding the team after the big win, Bren's Pizza takes every occasion up a notch. Ordering is easy by phone or online at Bren's.com. That's BRENZ.com. Bren's Pizza, premium pizza delivered.
Step into your perfect fit at New Balance Knoxville. Discover iconic lifestyle shoes like the 574s and 327s, the ultimate blend of retro vibes with modern flair, keeping you looking fresh and feeling fantastic. Complete your look with the exclusive New Balance apparel collection. From performance shorts tailored to your every run to cozy hoodies. Visit New Balance Knoxville today, located at the Suburban Shopping Center off Kingston Pike, just west of Westtown Mall.
From the Budweiser studios of The Sports Animal, we are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
Back with Ron Sleigh, the Sleigh Ride, presented every week thanks to Native Design and the Native Nursery, nativetn.com. It has been a great season on the Sleigh Ride, Ron. We got to talk about a run to the Elite Eight for Tennessee and championship Dalton Connect season. It was quite a year. This is our final official Sleigh Ride episode, but who knows, with everything we've talked about this hour, we might be bugging you next Tuesday saying, hey, you got 15 news items. You got to hop back on with us. But we'll talk to you again before next season. But we want you to know how much we appreciate you, how much we appreciate Native Design helping make it happen for you to join us every week for a full hour.
Man, I appreciate you guys, man. And I always got to show love to Jacob Dunaway and his family, man. Always coming through and holding us down. So the last Sleigh Ride, man, we're going to go in hopefully and be able to do a little paint job, get some things, get some new woofers, thanks to Swain, put some new 10s and some 6x9s in our car. Come back, looking a little bit better and sounding better.
So NIL season doesn't just apply to the active hoopers.
Thank you.
That's the plan.
Thank you. Swain event, Josh and Swain and the Swain event combined, I will get rims on my Sleigh Ride.
Ron Sleigh, we will make it happen.
They 10s, but I keep them clean, though.
John Calipari, you were talking about the vacancy at Kentucky. Him leaving, that idea wouldn't surprise me. But him going to Arkansas, I didn't see that coming. But they care about basketball greatly there in Fayetteville.
Yes.
Eric Musselman went west. What do you think about this move, the impact on the SEC? We'll still see Cal in the league. Nothing's official there, but it seems like a formality of just waiting for that to happen publicly.
Yeah, that was the biggest shock to me. Not him walking away, but him being able to go to Arkansas in conference like that in a situation where, man, they are just as passionate as Big Blue Nation. It may not be as many as Big Blue Nation as they have, but Arkansas, I promise you, packs it out, and they are dying for success. They love it. They get behind it. They're going to pour into it. You already see that when they're already announcing that they got $5 million annually to pull from for NIL. That says a statement there that we want to be great, and whatever you got to do it, it's going to be is accepted. I think Cal, man, is going to do a good job. I honestly think Arkansas will win more than Kentucky wins this year, regardless of whoever Kentucky goes and gets. I think the pressure won't be as high. I do think the pressure will be on whoever steps into that Kentucky job in year one, because they'll be looking over their shoulder to see what Cal is doing at Arkansas. The fans anyway, which will add more pressure. But I think the SEC is going to be really, really good, man. You got Texas and Oklahoma coming in as well, so you got new coaches. And then how do they navigate this transfer portal? That's one thing that Cal has not had a problem with as far as navigating recruits and transfer portal. He can go get what he wants still because of the product he's going to produce after their college career. So I expect Cal to do some good things there. It should be a match made in heaven, man, honestly, because of the success needed. And that's crazy to say when you got a team coming off back-to-back Elite Eights and things of that nature that Musselman did. But this year was a down year, and they fought the wood as far as the fan base. And I honestly like Arkansas. I like Arkansas, man. They always treat me well when I come up there. Even when I played, they were always going to be rowdy. But, man, you understood they know their basketball. So I'm all for that.
Before you go, Ron, your opinion, your reaction, your take on Tennessee making the hire with Kim Caldwell from Marshall.
Yeah, I love it. You know what I mean? I love it. I look at, and the reason I love it is because of what Danny White has always done. He's done thorough researches. He knows what he wants. He goes and get it. And you look at his track record from Bobby Hurley to Nate Oates to Johnny Dawkins, Scott Frost, Josh Hype, the list goes on and on. He hasn't missed. You know, and then one thing that you got to be able to inject is some excitement. He did that with Heupel. Regardless of what our record was going to be, we knew we were going to have some excitement and scoring and be able to high five in the stands instead of have to sit and shake our head. I think that's going to be the same thing with her coming in as well as the coach coming in. I think she's going to do a phenomenal job as far as up tempo, speed. She led the country in scoring. Like, she knows what to do. Now the tip of the iceberg is going to be the recruiting. How can she get the recruits in? Once she's able to do that, I got all faith in Danny White and his team for going to go get who they're supposed to. So I know listen, that wasn't a favorable hire for Heupel, and now look at us. Everybody all on board. I think it's going to be the same thing for the Lady Vols.
Ron, what do you think Kim Caldwell needs as she takes this big jump from Marshall to Tennessee? Staff around her, recruiting, resources, all of the above. What would you say is necessary to help her succeed as quickly as possible?
Man, I know it's always hard not to bring your staff with you when you're coming from a mid-major or whatever it may be. I would think, man, there got to be some kind of shake up there. Go get a great staff and understand some people that are really, really hungry and that have connections to the grassroots program. If you do that, you got to get one or two like that. You do that, you'll be just fine. I like her coaching style on the floor, the recruiting part of it. Go get some people that's connected, man, to Nike, Adidas, Under Armour, whatever it may be. You got to get some people that are connected to those grassroots programs, because then you don't have to do all the recruiting. The players will recruit for you.
There's never been a better time to try to strike in the women's game after what we just saw the last couple of weeks and really all season, the last couple of years. With the interest in the game, Tennessee is a brand that can capitalize if they put the product out there.
Yeah, and if they do, guess Danny White is going to get behind it and put some nitrogen boosters on it. He's going to shoot it into the stratosphere after this one, I'm telling you. So it's perfect.
We will hear from Kim Caldwell to begin the next hour, so you will hear from the new Lady Vols head coach with her introductory press conference. Ron Sleigh, we appreciate you again. We'll talk to you again soon, but we've had a great time on the Sleigh Ride all year. Thanks again to Native Design, Jacob Dunaway and his team with the Native Nursery for making it happen. Keep killing it on 3HL with Brent and Don. Tell them we said hello, and thanks for all the input today and all season long.
We'll do, man. Y'all stay in line, man. Y'all hit me up when you need me.
My man.
We'll do it. Ron Sleigh, VFL, SEC basketball legend. Still got a few minutes in the boom boom room if Tennessee needs
Don't be lying to Ron Sleigh.
Okay.
You saw what Zach Edey did to everybody. Don't be trying
He's going to the NBA.
Don't be trying to embarrass my guy Ron Sleigh. That ain't right. Hyping him up.
He'd foul us all out. He almost got Klingon. I think Klingon finished with 4.
You over here telling him that you would take him and put him in the boom boom room for a couple minutes. Ron is where he needs to be, commentating.
I'd slide you into the slot.
No, thank you.
Josh Heupel will get you open.
No. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Sitting right here.
That's right.
Which we will do, hearing from Kim Caldwell when we come back. Tennessee's new Lady Vols basketball coach meets the media, says hello to the fans when we come back. We have another hour to go on Josh and Swain, so you'll hear from Kim Caldwell to begin hour number 3 as we continue on both 99.1 The Sports Animal and AM 640 The Sports Monster.
Summer is almost here, and Saturday, April 20th, first time ever, a limited number of lake lots are being released. 2-acre wooded lots from $79.9. Lake lots with covered boat slips from $64.9. Lake cottage package only $349.9. Pickleball, pools, on-site coffee shop, marina, hiking trails, and much more. Call for your private tour. Appointments are limited. Celebrate lake life and make memories. Limited property release Saturday, April 20th. Call 865-408-9992, or better yet, visit lakelivingtn.com. Memories start here.
Are you ready to turn your outdoor living dreams into a breathtaking reality? Look no further than Knoxville Land Design. From intimate spaces to expansive estates, Knoxville Land Design, with meticulous attention to detail, tailors every project to exceed your expectations and reflect your unique style and personality. Luxury hardscaping, construction, landscaping, design, they do it all, and you can trust them. Visit KnoxvilleLandDesign.com, transforming vision into reality.
A.G. Hines Company. For more than 100 years, since great-grandfather Albert Hines first opened the doors back in 1920, the best construction companies East Tennessee have used their building materials. But when it comes to your do-it-yourself projects, they're also the best first stop you can make thanks to their prices, selection of tools, and their experience. Visit their century-old business on Hines Street in downtown Knoxville. For 4 generations, they've been the area's most trusted supplier with building materials and tools. A.G. Hines Company. Building materials since anyone can remember.
Hi, this is John with ProSource Home Buyers, and I buy houses cash. If you have a house and you want to sell it fast at a fair price, call me, 865-500-3711. I pay cash and close as quickly as you'd like. I buy houses in any condition, any price range, in any location. I buy several houses per month, and I want to buy more. I buy inherited houses, divorced houses, behind in payment houses. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Do you own a house that is in rough shape and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, because I love buying these houses. I buy vacant houses, abandoned houses, condemned houses, and even foreclosed houses. If you own a house and you want to sell it fast, call me at 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711.
This is John, and I'm with Whitney, co-owner of Pipe Wrench Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, voted Knoxville's best plumber 7 years in a row. I hear you've got a drain cleaning special, Whitney.
We do, John. As long as our equipment can access the drain, we'll clear any clogged drain in your home for just $99. As a bonus, we'll run a video camera through your sewer line to examine the condition of your main drain line. If we see a blockage or break in the line, we can devise a plan to fix it.
Is there a charge for the video camera inspection?
No, it's free. And if we do find an issue with your main sewer line, we can give you options to resolve it. Options include cabling the line, hydrojetting it, performing a spot repair, or total sewer line replacement, depending on the issue. Armed with knowledge, you can make a decision as to how to proceed.
Sounds like you're the drain and sewer line experts, Whitney. Call Pipe Wrench, 865-264-8090, or book online at pipewrench.com.
It's Hoop D Madness here at 99.1 The Sports Animal. Listen for the cue to call in weekdays, and you could get qualified for the ultimate Hoop D outdoor experience package, including 2 tickets to the PGA Tour Wells Fargo Championship in Charlotte. The grand prize winner will also score 2 paddle boards, a sweet outdoor cornhole set, a rugged outdoor cooler, and an outdoor patio umbrella, plus $1,000, all compliments of Hoop D. Refreshing, bright, spiked iced tea.
This is WNML AM Knoxville, WNML FM Friendsville, streaming worldwide on the Sports Animal app and website, 991thesportsanimal.com. 99.1 The Sports Animal, the station where the Vols play.
This is Jim Rome with a CBS Sports Minute, sponsored by Old Trapper Beef Jerky. Old Trapper, what's your beef? UConn really just came back to this tournament as the defending champs and the #1 overall seed with a gigantic target on their back, basically telling the entire world, come and get us. Essentially, begging the entire world, come and get us, and nobody could even play them tight again. I'm Jim Rome.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online at hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation to determine the ED medication that's best for you. Discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and a range of treatment options, including trusted generic alternatives to the name brands, at up to 95% off. ED is personal, and at Hims, so is treating it. Just go to hims.com/joy and get connected to a licensed medical provider online for free, with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit, hims.com/joy.
Back on Josh and Swain, thank you for being with us as we begin our third and final hour. Thanks again to Ron Sleigh for joining us over the last hour on the Sleigh Ride. Thanks to Native Design. We'll hand out an attaboy before this hour ends as well, thanks to Native Design. We are on standby for the press conference introducing Tennessee's new Lady Vols basketball coach, Kim Caldwell. When she steps to the podium, you will hear her on 99.1 The Sports Animal and AM 640 The Sports Monster. Hello to everybody in the Tri-Cities area. Hello to you, however you are tuning in. Big audience on YouTube today as well, so we appreciate everybody tuning in to watch the show on the Sports Animal YouTube channel. Encourage you to subscribe when you stop by so you can keep up with all the video content too. Active day. Tobe Awaka entering the transfer portal has been our lead story as it relates to Tennessee.
YouTube is the place to be. Right here on 99.1 The Sports Animal YouTube page.
It's a popular platform.
That's what they say.
We have one message coming in saying Tobe didn't have much of an offensive game. He'll be easily replaced. Another text saying, we need to go get Ballo now. So different emotions, different reactions. And, hey, a range of perspectives is important for the conversation, but there are two right there. We will talk more about the Tobe Awaka news. Right now, we head to the Hill for the press conference to introduce new Tennessee Lady Vols basketball coach Kim Caldwell.
Q&A with the media from the podium. Just a reminder to the media, when it does come to the Q&A part, please raise your hand. We'll get a microphone to you, and just state your name and media affiliation prior to asking a question. After the Q&A segment, we will take the podium out of the way, do some quick photos, and then once that's over, both Danny and Lady Vol Jules Spear will be available for comment following. Without further ado, I'm pleased to introduce Tennessee Vice Chancellor and Director of Athletics, Danny White.
Thanks, Jason. Appreciate y'all coming together today. It's a big day on Rocky Top. We're excited about our future and understand how important these transitions, these pivots are in the history of a program. Want to thank Kelly Harper, her husband John, and their family for all that they did for our basketball program in the last 5 years. And obviously, Kelly is a Lady Vol for life and a former student athlete. Obviously, an enormous part of why we're here and why women's basketball and women's sport at large is where it is in this country is because of the legendary Pat Summitt. We understand the enormous responsibility that being a caretaker and a steward of this program has because of all that she accomplished here. And also want to thank Holly Warlick and all the contributions she made as head coach of our program. This is only the fourth head coach of our women's basketball program we'll be introducing today, which is a rare thing in college athletics these days. So historic program, historic moment, and gives us great excitement about our future. We had a great search committee of athletics leadership in our athletic administration. Want to thank all of those. I won't list them, but you know who you are. A lot of folks put in a lot of time on this search. We took it obviously extremely seriously, but the time investment and the work involved was significant. Our student athletes were awesome. Met with our team first. As y'all have heard me talk about before, it's the first thing we always do. They voted on a leadership group. We met with that group. It was very helpful to give us insight on what's going on in the program. There's a lot of great things happening in our program. We talked about, and spinning off of our chancellor's comments from earlier this year, as a university, we're good. We want to be great, and sometimes the enemy of great can be good. And as a women's basketball program, we want to get back to competing for Southeastern Conference and national championships. Our student athletes have that ambition, and we're not on a 3, 4, 5-year plan. They talked about wanting to win next year, and we want to make sure that we're positioning ourselves to be competitive right away. So their comments and their education for me and understanding what's going on in our program and helping me understand and vet candidates was very, very helpful, where I know we've matched the very best coach for our team now in the present and certainly in the future. We're looking for a coach, as we went through this, we're looking for a coach for them. And I feel like it's important as a committee and as an athletic director, you need to be selfless in these endeavors and make sure that we're trying to find the right fit for this institution and for our team. We were very fast. It took us about a week, but methodical. We weren't going to rush a decision. We cast a very wide net. We talked to basically anybody you could think of or connected to people who you could think of, candidates at all different levels all across the country. There was no stone unturned. The prerequisite for this search, and something that I was unbending on, is how is this person going to bring us back to the top? We weren't looking for a possible solution that got us back to being maybe more relevant. We wanted someone with an enormous upside and trajectory, and I'll tell you why I think we found that. Different styles of play. We're open to all sorts of ways to approach the game, but obviously we're never going to hire a head coach that lacks integrity, strong character, someone who cares about student athletes, is in coaching for the right reasons. We have that person. We wanted somebody who's competitive and confident. You'll see we have a very competitive new coach, and someone who wasn't afraid of the challenge to restore this legendary program to where we all want it to be. I've talked about this before in introducing coaches. Folks, and a lot of speculation around coaching searches. We like to talk about names. interviews do matter. And in a search, we pay a lot of attention to the research we do. We do a lot of research beforehand, but the interviews do matter. And I think everyone on our committee would tell you there was one interview that stood out above the rest, and it was in a significant way, really impactful. Interviewed in terms of who she is as a leader, as a person, how she presented herself, the style of play, I think is very compelling. Where the game is going, I think it resonates with our current players. I saw that. Was happy to see y'all smiling when I was introducing Kim to you. But I think in terms of prospective players in the future, it's a compelling and exciting style of play for fans. I think if you like what you're seeing in Neyland Stadium in terms of the amount of points we score, I think you're going to like what you see on the basketball floor with the offensive and defensive attacking competitive style of play. We will in very short order have the fastest style of basketball in the country. So really excited about Kim and introducing her to you today. I think she's going to not only make an enormous impact with our current student athletes, but build a program that's distinctive and allows us to compete with some extremely formidable opponents in the Southeastern Conference and get back to competing for national championships. So with that, I'm proud to introduce to you the fourth head coach in Lady Vol basketball history, your new head coach of the University of Tennessee women's basketball, Kim Caldwell.
What an incredible honor it is to be the head coach of the Tennessee Lady Vols. Danny White, thank you for believing in me. You have an incredible track record of selecting head coaches, and I appreciate being a part of the list. Chancellor Plowman, thank you for taking time to visit with me and listen to me and everything you do for our program and this university. Marshall and Angie, you guys have been by my side every step of the way. You've made this transition for me seamless, and I already feel like I'm at home because of you two. And all of you guys are great, but did you hear that Peyton Manning texted me? I do really feel welcome here, and I appreciate that so much. I'd like to thank Marshall University. Thank you, Christian Spears, Brad Smith, Beatrice Crane Bamford, for making Marshall feel like home. You created a loving and supporting environment for me, and Marshall will always be a very special place in my heart. I also need to thank Glenville State University, Jesse Skiles, Ike Morris, Doug Cottrell, and our entire loyal fan base there. You guys gave me my start. You will always be my family, and I love you. I really need to thank every single student athlete at both of those institutions who helped get me here today. I love you. Thank you for helping me live this dream that so many people want to have. It's not always fair that the coach gets the glory and the coach gets the reward for the work that the players have done. From the bottom of my heart, I love you and I appreciate you, and you will always have a place with me. Mom, thank you for coming all this way. Thank you for being my cheerleader. Thank you for being my support system and my best friend. My dad would be so excited. He would be up here trying to take the microphone and probably sing the words to Rocky Top. I would not be here today if it was not for you and Dad. I won the parent lottery, and you're the best team, Mom, and the Lady Vols will soon know that. To my husband, Justin, thank you for being my hype man and humbling me when I need that too. Thank you for giving up a career you were exceptional at so I could chase my dream. Not a day will go by that I don't thank you for that. I can't wait for my two older sisters who I've always looked up to see how amazing this place is. They're going to be so jealous. And when I told my 96-year-old grandma about the transition, her first response was, "Oh, I have a lot of friends in Knoxville, but I think they're all dead." I haven't been here long, and I know I have a lot of history to catch up on. Thank you, Joan Cronin, for meeting me Sunday and the advice that you gave me. And trust me, as soon as I'm done here, I'm going to get back to work. The part of history that I need no catching up on is Pat Summitt's legacy and how powerful the Lady Vols family is. When I say I am honored and humbled to be here, there is not a single person who has gone through this program that I could even come close to beating one-on-one. It is a remarkable program. I can't wait to connect with our former players and listen to their stories, hear their history, and pass on what it means to be a Lady Vol and represent that in our program. Pat Summitt changed the game of basketball, and wouldn't she love to see where the game is now? I will never be Pat Summitt. Nobody can. But I will strive every day to be somebody that she would be proud of. I am so excited to get to work with this team. I got to meet them Sunday night. They're a great group with a big personality, and they are hungry to get back to the top of the SEC. We're going to play an exciting brand of basketball. We want to play fast. We want to play up-tempo. We want to be the hardest playing team in the country. And we want to give Lady Vol Nation something very exciting to watch. I know what this job means, and I am honored to be here. I will work every day to make sure I take care of this special program and give God his glory in the process. Thank you.
Welcome, Coach.
Thank you.
Rick Russo, WVLT Vol Network affiliate. I would venture to say passion had something to do with it, but what drove you initially to the coaching profession, and talk about the path taken to eventually lead you here to Rocky Top?
When I was younger, I loved basketball, and I always wanted to play basketball as long as I could. And I was a 5'10" post player, so I learned pretty quickly in my career that it wasn't going to be there was nothing after college in my future. And so I knew that coaching was the route I needed to take. My dad was my high school coach. He coached us from the time that we were in elementary school all the way up. And I saw his passion. I saw how hard he worked, and I wanted to be exactly like him. And so he's the reason that I got into coaching. And I was able to work with him. He was my assistant at Glenville State the entire time up until he passed away in 2021. And so I learned a lot from him. And he did a great job of teaching me how to be a leader without ever having to say a word.
Cora Hall with the Knoxville News Sentinel. You mentioned you are well familiar with the history of this program. Just for you, why do you feel like you're ready to take on that challenge of the expectations of this program?
You want to be somewhere where the expectations are high. I've had a lot of opportunities in my career to look at jobs, and I was never interested in a job that did not have high expectations, did not have a loyal fan base, did not have a hungry crowd that wanted to pay attention to what was going on. And so I think that is something that makes this program incredibly special. And I'm going to work very, very hard to make sure that we keep it there.
Welcome, Coach KCK, WAT Sports. Has it clicked totally that you are the head coach of Lady Vol basketball? And if so, what was that moment where it really clicked for you?
It hasn't really clicked yet. There are sometimes I have to just remind myself, right? I'm really here. I'm really seeing what I am seeing. It's an incredible opportunity, and I'm so grateful for that. But no, it has not clicked yet, and I will let you know when it does.
John Wilkerson, the Sports Animal. Welcome, Coach. You just did this a year ago, and I'm curious, what timeline do you have set? What do you prioritize in terms of putting a staff together and just starting to prepare for your first year as the head coach of the Lady Vols?
Yeah, there's a lot to do. So we need to get a great staff put in place. I need to form relationships with the current players that are here. And then we need to make some additions and get in the portal and start to recruit. And so it's all hands on deck right now.
Ryan Sylvia, Rivals.com. Just how much does turning around a program last year at Marshall, what does that experience give you this year trying to do it again?
It's helpful. It is helpful. It's nothing that I planned. I was planning to be at Marshall for quite some time, and this was not something that we planned to do. But it does help the fact that less than a year ago I was doing a press conference, and less than a year ago I was trying to recruit the roster that we had while recruiting another team and put a staff together. And so it's familiar in that sense.
Jack Church,
Jack Schurz, the Daily Beacon. Coach, what are your expectations just for this first year?
We want to be the hardest playing team in the country. We want to establish our culture. We want to score a lot of points and be an exciting brand of basketball in the SEC. We want to make people proud. We want to really make sure that we get back on top.
Caleb Jower with the Daily Times. Coach, you mentioned this exciting brand of basketball. What does that look like night in and night out? How do you expect that to translate into the SEC?
Yeah, it looks like a lot of pressure, a lot of shots being taken, playing a lot of players, trusting your players, giving them freedom, putting them in situations where they can make good choices, and having a lot of athletes on the floor. But just making sure that we're going to cross half court a lot, but press almost nonstop, really aggressive, fun style of play.
Hey, Coach. Matthew Sutsky, WTK Rock Solid Sports. Welcome to Knoxville. How different do you expect the recruiting process to be coming from Marshall now to an SEC program with a historic track record?
Yeah, I mean, everyone I've texted has responded to me, so that's the difference. It's really nice. But you just, same thing, right? Players are players. People that are transferring and in high school players, they're all looking for the same thing. Just different levels. They just happen to be taller in the SEC.
John Adams, Knoxville News Sentinel. Kim, do you think your style of play can translate to the higher level, or do you think you'll need to modify it a little bit?
I wouldn't be here if I didn't think we could do it here.
That's Kim Caldwell, Tennessee's new Lady Vols basketball coach. We will come back and react as we continue on both 99.1 The Sports Animal and AM 640 The Sports Monster.
What's up, Vol Nation? It's BFL Josh Dobbs. On April 11th and 12th, I'll be hosting the 3rd annual Joshua Dobbs Extraordinary Charitable Golf Classic at Tennessee National Golf Club, and they're hosting us at their brand new clubhouse. The day will be filled with competitive golf, trips down memory lane, and some great community bonding with an award ceremony and private concert featuring Elijah Wise and Knoxville's favorite son, Thomas Edwards. If you want your team to participate, visit our website at extraordinarydobbsfoundation.org. I'm looking forward to seeing everyone April 11th and 12th. Go Vols!
It's time to transform your old, outdated kitchen into the dream space you and your family want. Kitchen Sales can make those dreams a reality. Kitchen Sales carries the largest selection of fine kitchen and bathroom cabinetry that ranges from a more affordable line all the way up to a fully custom line. See the selection for yourself at one of their 2 amazing showrooms, Hoyt Avenue, just off Cherry Street, and in the Town and Country Circle near Best Buy. For more information, go to kitchensales.net.
Kitchen Sales, cabinets and countertops. We are the place to shop. Come on down.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop, opt out. Minimum purchase required. Interest accrues from date of purchase but is waived if paid within promotional period. Go to windowappointmentnow.com for full offer details.
Attention homeowners. Do you know when to replace your windows? Feeling too hot or cold? Fog between the glass? Spending too much on expensive energy that literally goes out the window? It's time to replace. And right now you can get a free in-home window consultation and free price quote from Renewal by Andersen. Plus, with our spring savings event, you can buy one window or door and get one 40% off when you buy 4 or more units. Just text OLD to 200-300 for your free consultation on top quality affordable windows or patio doors for no dollars down, no monthly payments, and no interest for a year. That's right, you don't pay a dime for an entire year. Text OLD to 200-300 to buy one window or door and get one 40% off. And right now, save an extra $30 off every unit. Hurry, this incredible offer is only in April. Text OLD to 200-300. Text the word OLD to 200-300. OLD to 200-300.
If you have joint pain in your knees, shoulders, hip, or back that won't go away, you need to check out QC Kinetics for long-lasting relief. No surgery, drugs, or downtime. Schedule your free consultation at QC Kinetics, 865-238-4799. Join the sports animal at the Kinjo on Robert C. Jackson Highway to, celebrate Tax Day. That's right. The sports animal will be live with Brian and Eric Ainge and with Josh and Swain from 9 to 3. You'll get a free Hershey payday if you got a refund or a Hershey Zero Bar if you had to pay. Enjoy the Granddaddy Pack, $15.99. That includes a Super Granddaddy sandwich, 2-liter Mountain Dew, a bag of Lay's potato chips, and a Super King Reese's Cup. Monday at the Kinjo on Robert C. Jackson Drive in Maryville from 9 to 3.
Introducing Whitehead Auto Sales. With 2 convenient locations, Alcoa and South Knoxville, Whitehead Auto Sales is closer than ever before. From the moment you step onto our lot, we're there for you. From start to finish, our dedicated team will guide you through every step of your car buying journey. Voted #1 3 times in a row in beautiful Blount County, our cars reflect our dedication to quality, just like our service. Experience the difference. WhiteheadAutoSales.com.
Hello, friends. This is Kevin Frazier with Frazier's Carpet One, and we're having a gargantuan grand reopening sale.
Frazier's, I like your style.
Carol and I are excited to announce our grand reopening. Frazier's has just renovated our entire flooring showroom and is celebrating with gargantuan savings. Come see Frazier's fabulous new showroom, introducing an entirely new way to buy flooring with cloud-based room visualizers and in-store video imaging. Not to mention gorgeous new displays of carpet, hardwood, luxury vinyl, high-density laminate, and more. Plus, no money down and free financing for 18 months. If you're even thinking about new flooring, now is the time to call Frazier's at 546-4850, and we'll come to you with free in-home estimates, free in-home shopping, and free in-home design consultation.
When you need help, you need it now. It's Tyler Ivins and my friends at Fleener Security Systems, and they're offering the fastest alarm response anywhere. Call Andre and his team today, 544-9964, or online at fleenersecurity.com to see how affordable true security really is.
99.1 The Sports Animal is always as close as your phone. Download our Sports Animal app, and we're there 24/7. The hottest sports stories of the day broken down to their very core with honest, informed opinions. Here's Josh and Swain on The Sports Animal.
This is Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us. VFL and former Tennessee wide receiver Jason Swain is here. I'm Josh Ward. We appreciate you hanging out with us today as it's been a busy one. The show started with the news of Tobe Awaka entering the transfer portal. He announced that at the start of the afternoon. We talked to Ron Slade for a full hour, and we began this hour hearing Kim Caldwell, Tennessee's new head coach of the Lady Vols basketball program. The final question, which came with a short answer, she said, I wouldn't be here if I didn't think it was translatable, paraphrasing if that's her exact response, but the question was, your game, your style, does it translate to a higher level? Several responses saying there's a mic drop, or I love how she told off John Adams on that one. Thought it was a good and reasonable question. That's the biggest question, isn't it? How she will do going from Glenville State and Marshall to Tennessee in the SEC.
Well, that's the question we all want to know. I don't care about her, how quick it hits her that she's the Lady Vols coach. I want to know, how are you going to do what you did at Marshall at Tennessee, and how is it going to translate? This is part of being, the coach at Tennessee, especially as a Lady Vols coach. I mean, it's visible, just like the football coaching job. And so I thought John Adams' question was a question everybody wants to know. You had a system in Marshall, had a style of play that you were able to get up and down the court. Defensively, you pressed all game, which I absolutely love. It allows you to be able to play more players. You can rotate 5 in, 5 out, just like AAU. I've heard that she has done that. I think that is really attractive for players, being able to get on the court. But I want to know how she expects to do that at Tennessee. I thought that was a really, really good question. And, hey, she has the right to answer it the way she wants to and drop that mic if she wants to.
Yeah.
But we don't know her. And so you have to ask that question until we see the product on the court and expect that every game.
Several messages saying, I'm fired up, ready to go, after hearing Kim Caldwell in her press conference to begin this hour.
Yeah, whether or not you win the press conference, it's about what you do during the games, right? It's the work that you do on the recruiting trail, the product that you put on the court. We've heard the Butch Jones press conferences. We've heard Donnie Tyndall talk about, how she wasn't his wife's first choice and how he can recruit. No, we've heard all the press conferences. We've been through a fair share of coaches around here in the last couple of years.
Yep. The bingo cards are saved as a PDF.
Yep. But it's about, all right, do your players play hard for you? Do they run through a brick wall for you? Is your team coached in certain situations? Are they prepared? That's something that's going to show when the games are played. And I like the hire. I like her style. I think it fits perfectly with what you can attract here at the University of Tennessee and where the game is going, where it is right now, but where it's continuing to go. I like the hire a lot. But, at the same time, like, there's pressure, and you want that pressure. You want to be at a place that has a lot of pressure. That means people care. And with that, you're going to have some resources to be successful, and I hope that she is. I think she will be.
Yep, the Kim Caldwell era is now underway. She met with the media to begin this hour and is looking to build whatever happens next, rebuild the roster to get ready for next season, because expectations will be high right away, as she anticipates and expects coming into Coach the Lady Vols. We expect that Tennessee will look at the transfer portal for a potential big man, along with some wing scoring. They need a number of positions after seniors are leaving and now players are entering the portal like Tobe Awaka. Would you have some interest in Indiana State forward Robbie Avila? Cream Abdul-Jabbar. Indiana State's star, who averaged 17.5 points, 6.5 rebounds, a little more than 4 assists per game in helping Indiana State get to the NIT title game. They were one of the NCAA tournament snubs.
You think Tyreek Key going to put a good word in for us?
Maybe.
I don't know about Cream, man. I don't know about Cream. He can shoot it. We've
talked about Tennessee needing several players to help fill the void. In what Dalton did from a scoring standpoint, well, he does several things. He can score. He can help distribute the basketball.
If Rick wants to hit up Cream, I'm cool with that. I think a big man that can stretch the floor and can shoot would be awesome. I think it really would be. So let's kick those tires. Let's
6'10",
see where
240, Robbie Avila.
Yeah, let's talk to him.
Okay.
Is he gonna wear those goggles?
Yeah.
Can we get him some LASIK surgery? Part of the NIL deal if he comes to Tennessee?
Maybe. I can put in a good word.
But, I mean, hey, that's kind of like the Ron Slay headband. I mean, it could be a hit. He'll have goggles all over Thompson Bowling Arena at Food City Center. I can see it. I can see the marketing wheels turn right now.
Yeah, Tennessee could come up with some stuff there. So I would I'd put on your boots. I'd kick some tires there. But a lot of schools will. He will be of great interest, just like Ballo will.
Yeah. If he can shoot and he can bang on the inside when it's time to get into that boom boom room, let's go. Let's go.
Mike in Oak Ridge texts in, Swain, just because you're a member of the media doesn't mean you have to defend John Adams. I love the mic drop moment and hope she continues to not let Adams bully her.
What?
I don't think there was anything
I thought that was pretty
bullying
fair.
in that question.
I thought that was a pretty fair question. That was a question I was waiting to be asked the whole entire time, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Was her style translating. So I can like you, I can dislike you. It don't really matter. I thought the question was good, and I thought Caldwell did a good job answering. Like, I wouldn't be here if I didn't think it was going to work. Like, that is a confident, strong answer. Cool. Reporter has a job to do. That's asked the question that should be asked, and the person answer it. They have a job to do and a requirement to answer it. Well, should answer it, and you can answer it how you want to. You can answer it directly. It can be short. It can be long. You can go into detail. Like you can answer it the way you want to. You control the interview. I thought she did a good job.
I agree. We'll come back, 865-656-9900. We still have our attaboy to hand out today, thanks to Native Design with the Native Nursery. We have 30 minutes to go before Tyler and Will take over at 3 o'clock as we come back on Josh and Swain.
When special guests call in to 99.1 The Sports Animal, you hear them on the Stanley Fencing and Gates hotline, stanleyfence.com.
The great thing about sports is it never stops. Here's another 60-second sports minute on The Sports Animal.
The Yukon Huskies are the men's basketball national champions for the second year in a row after a 75-60 win over Purdue last night in the national title game. Tristan Newton had a team-high 20 points for Yukon, which became the first program since 2007 to repeat as national champions. Your Tuesday night NBA schedule at 7 o'clock, Hornets take on the Mavericks, Pistons visit the Sixers, Raptors take on the Pacers. At 7:30, the Hawks welcome the Heat, Celtics visit the Bucks. At 8 o'clock, the Grizzlies take on the Spurs, Bulls host the Knicks, Magic visit the Rockets, Wizards take on the Timberwolves, Thunder host the Kings. At 9 o'clock, the Jazz get the Nuggets. At 10 o'clock, the Warriors visit the Lakers, the Suns take on the Clippers, the Trailblazers host the Pelicans. And the Nashville Predators are very close to clinching a Western Conference wildcard spot as they look to wrap up a playoff berth against the Winnipeg Jets tonight at Bridgestone Arena. Puck drop is at 8 o'clock. I'm Joel Silverberg.
Keith Powell Heating and Cooling, family-owned and operated, serving Knoxville and the surrounding area since 1989. Honest, reliable services with a focus on customer satisfaction. Call them today, 865-483-9223 or online, keithpowellhvac.com.
Summer is almost here, and Saturday, April 20th, first time ever, a limited number of lake lots are being released. 2-acre wooded lots from $79.9. Lake lots with covered boat slips from $64.9. Lake cottage package only $349.9. Pickleball, pools, on-site coffee shop, marina, hiking trails, and much more. Call for your private tour. Appointments are limited. Celebrate lake life and make memories. Limited property release Saturday, April 20th. Call 865-408-9992 or better yet, visit lakelivingtn.com. Memories start here.
Spring is a good time to get mad deals on the new mower you'll need this spring. Get 4.9% financing for 60 months and payments of just $69 a month on a John Deere Z315E zero-turn mower. Beat the buzzer and get these great deals now at your local Ag Pro. Offer ends 4/30/24. Subject to approved credit. Cover restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Life's busy, and off is not an option. You need to be on the water, on the call, on the road. Life's waiting. Power on with Batteries Plus. Visit one of over 700 locations today.
I remember when I was a little boy and every day we had fresh milk delivered by our friend Fred. You see, Fred was our milkman and he always had a smile on his face. He went about his business with joy and he served his customers well. He would deliver our milk ice cold in those glass bottles and right to our doorstep. It seems like that good old-fashioned, joyful service is a thing of the past these days. Well, not here at the Bed Store. We believe that when you choose to buy your mattress from us, that we should make your entire experience a great one. When we deliver your bed, we literally roll out a red carpet to make sure that we show your home the utmost respect, and we put little mints on your new pillows. We go over, above, and beyond because you deserve that kind of old-fashioned tuck-you-in service. Right now at the Bed Store, you can get well tucked into any Tempur-Pedic mattress and get up to $300 in free sleep accessories, and we'll deliver that Tempur-Pedic locally for free. Come see us at any one of our 8 convenient area locations today or shop with us at bedstore.com. The Bed Store. Well, we'll even tuck you in.
Hi, this is John with ProSource Home Buyers, and I buy houses cash. If you have a house and you want to sell it fast at a fair price, call me, 865-500-3711. I pay cash and close as quickly as you'd like. I buy houses in any condition, any price range, in any location. I buy several houses per month, and I want to buy more. I buy inherited houses, divorced houses, behind in payment houses. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Do you own a house that is in rough shape and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, because I love buying these houses. I buy vacant houses, abandoned houses, condemned houses, and even foreclosed houses. If you own a house and you want to sell it fast, call me at 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711. 3711.
Spring is here, and you're probably flipping through the television channels watching all the home improvement shows, right? Because you want to make your outdoor space look the absolute best. First phone call needs to be to Tennessee Home to my friend James Anthony. 304-0955. 20 years of experience, and how many fencing contractors in town can also turn around and build you the perfect deck for you to start making memories all throughout the spring and summer. James Anthony, the only phone call you need to make is to Tennessee Home. 304-0955 or TennesseeHome.us.
Hey Knoxville, it's your local State Farm agent, Josh Hemphill. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. Contact the Josh Hemphill team right here in Farragut at 865-675-3999.
This report is sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance.
Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org.
A soggy Tuesday afternoon on the way as we're tracking widespread showers and downpours, and those clouds and showers will keep temperatures at bay this afternoon as we're going to stay below average. We'll only top out right around 63 degrees. It'll be a little breezy at times as well, which will make it feel a touch cooler. From the WVLT First Alert Weather Center, meteorologist Jacob Durham.
Josh and Swain on 99.1 The Sports Animal. Once again, voted one of the top 25 sports midday shows in America by Barrett Sports Media.
This is Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us at Josh and Swain. Follow on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. You can go back and listen anytime, anywhere you get your podcast. Thanks to Beatty Chevrolet. You can watch and go back and watch on YouTube, 99.1 Sports Animal channel, where we'd love for you to subscribe as well. We will continue to check out the text box. A lot of activity today with the Tobe Awaka to the transfer portal news. 865-656-9900. If you would like to hit us up there in the text box, same number to call each and every day as well. But Tobe Awaka into the transfer portal with other players. Aiden Holloway at Auburn entered his name in today. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Robbie Avila. That news coming out in the last 20 minutes, I believe, from Indiana State. Became a very popular player this season. Goggles come included, I believe, in that transfer portal, although Swain's going to look for nice little NIL deal for, because that's part of the conversation for Avila. See if we can get him some LASIK.
Yeah. Well, hook him up if he wants it. Hey, Unibrow could have fixed that brow a long time ago, but he didn't want to.
The technology advancements we've seen are incredible. Not everybody's eligible, so maybe we get him some kind of Oakley or whatever deal.
You can get some orange-colored goggles.
Yeah. Hook him up.
Yeah, we'll hook him up if Rick Barnes wants him. During the press conference with Coach Caldwell, John Calipari tweeted out a video of himself officially saying goodbye to Kentucky.
Yes. So that part is official.
Because they were waiting
Yeah.
for him to, officially take the Arkansas job.
Yeah, and who knows what all the truth is or what will be used behind the scenes. There is a process contractually he has to go through in acknowledging to Kentucky that he's speaking to another school. So I would imagine these are parts of the steps that have the formality of what has to happen one step to another. But nobody in the last 24 hours has questioned whether he was actually going to be at Kentucky. It was done moving on to Arkansas. I think a Kentucky broadcaster had a report that he did ask Kentucky to counter. Again, that could be part of the conversation.
Counter?
But I'm confused by the countering part because from what I've seen, he will likely make a little less at Arkansas.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the counter part would be unless it's, hey, counter, I want you to counter with give me $10 million in NIL, something like that. I don't know.
If I'm Kentucky, I would say, get your butt in there and get to the second round.
I imagine
we ain't giving you anything else
part of what
than
happened.
what we've already given you.
Maybe it was get me a full-time dog walker. I don't know what the deal is, but
I'm really trying not to judge.
Right.
People, after seeing Calipari walk his dog, but not really walk his dog.
Using the stroller?
I don't know the purpose of walking a dog and putting him in the stroller but never walking him, unless the dog is physically unable to walk.
Could be an older dog. I don't know the age of the dog.
Outside of that, I don't know that reason. I need some people that have small dogs that do that to let me know why. I saw Calipari doing that. I was like, oh, well.
Yeah, I need more information.
You gotta get a big dog, man.
We could be barking up the wrong tree on this.
Yeah, we
one,
could be. I need more information. That's all I'm saying.
We don't need any more information about UConn's basketball team. We hand out attaboys and attagirls every day, and it'll be a collective attaboy, and I'm sure some attagirls to everybody involved in the program for what UConn did this season. And really, it's just the continued story of a 2-year run. In 2020, Danny Hurley, he provided a warning to everybody.
He did.
He said, you better get us now because it's coming. At the time, UConn basketball was having a tough time. They had missed the NCAA tournament 4 straight seasons. He was in a rebuild while they were in the AAC. They're back in the Big East and rolling. They've won 12 straight, obviously, with the 2 NCAA tournament championships, but it has not been close. Every win over the last 2 seasons in the NCAA tournament has been by at least 13 points. That would be really impressive if it were a non-conference slate in November against some weaker competition. These are 12 NCAA tournament games. They beat Purdue by 15 last night. Alabama shot the lights out in the first half on Saturday.
Didn't matter.
Kept it competitive throughout. UConn won by 14.
Didn't matter.
It did not matter. They won by an average of about 20 points per game last year in the NCAA tournament. This year by an average of 23. Last year's tournament run was incredible. This year's was better. The team finished number 1 in the country in offense, number 4 in the country on defense. They look like a machine out there. It's one thing if you bring everybody back and you're like, okay, they kept it going like Florida did. This was completely different. They had to replace the key guys that led the national title run a year ago. So, attaboys, we'll rank low on the accomplishments of UConn, but we hand it out to Danny Hurley and his team for that dominant run that concluded last night.
Yeah, hard to repeat, and the way they did it, it was remarkable because of how they dominated. They did it with brand new start lineup almost, and I think it's a good lesson for fans of teams that make hires. You got to be patient, and there's sometimes when you can be too patient, and the guy or the ladies just not the answer. They can't get it done. But there's other scenarios where patience does pay off, and this is one of those for UConn and Danny Hurley.
6 titles now, trailing only Kentucky and UCLA all-time, tying North Carolina. They have 6 titles since '99. They've won 25% of the titles in
6-0 in those title games too.
That's right.
They don't go
once they get there.
Yeah,
they're winning it.
They ain't talking about we the underdog. We ain't got nothing to lose. We here. We got nothing to lose. No, they get there and they win.
Yep,
6-0,
and they won big.
Yeah.
UConn, attaboy on that performance last night and everything leading up to it. We hand out attaboys and attagirls every day thanks to Native Design with the Native Nursery for contractors and landscapers. Ron Sleigh said it an hour ago. Jacob Dunaway, a great person with a great team that will take care of you, locally owned and operated. The Native Nursery is your one-stop shop for plants, trees, and landscaping materials. That includes boulders, flagstone, mulch, and more. Located at 3473 Louisville Road, just 5 minutes from Pellissippi off the Topside Road exit. Call 865-310-3256. Go to nativetn.com for Native Design. With one segment to go, the Power Poll coming up on Josh and Swain.
This is Ainge with Chafee Air and Plumbing, home of the Comfort Guarantee. If we can't respond within 24 hours during a service call, we'll contribute $100 towards your hotel stay, and home of the best VIP membership in town. 10% off parts and labor. You can save on all repairs. Repair buyback program. The cost of your repair is applied to the purchase of a new unit up to $1,000. Lifetime warranty on all repairs. A price lock guarantee. The membership is only $14.50 per month. Find out more at coolingheatingplumbing.com.
This has been a paid advertisement.
Josh, I want to tell you about Ted Russell Ford and Ted Russell Lincoln. Whether you're looking for a truck or an SUV from the Ford lineup of vehicles or the great lineup they have at Lincoln from that Lincoln lineup or their certified pre-owned selection, Ted Russell Ford and Ted Russell Lincoln can help you find exactly what you need. We have shopped at both dealership locations, Parkside Drive and Kingston Pike, to find what my family has needed. About 12 months ago, we purchased a vehicle, did a trade-in at the Kingston Pike location. Before that, our big family vehicle that we use on a day-to-day basis, plus for road trips, we found at the Parkside Drive location. We get around town and take our family vacations every day in a vehicle that we were able to find from people that we trust at Ted Russell Ford and Ted Russell Lincoln. The brand new Lincoln vitrine is beautiful. You may have seen it when you drive by. Stop by. See what they have for you with savings. They have low interest rates that you can take advantage of on brand new vehicles. When you shop on Parkside Drive and on Kingston Pike at Ted Russell Ford and Ted Russell Lincoln.
This has been a paid announcement.
He's a former coach with 2 sons who played professional basketball. Satch Sullinger's a competitive individual, but his golf game was suffering because of painful joints.
Right. That's real important. The golf game. Right. As we get older, we create these bad habits because we're relegated to hit a certain way.
QC Kinetics used regenerative treatments, all natural healing properties from Satch's own body, to restore those damaged joints and get his golf game back on track.
QC Kinetics Regenerative Medicine is regenerating me, all natural. And that's what I'm about. I'm going to tell everybody why I'm better.
Oh, and by the way, looks like the competitive Satch is back.
We're all in the same boat, and I'm getting better, and I'm watching them stay old.
Go to QCkinetics.com. Get relief and your game back. Call for your complimentary consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 865-238-4799. That's 865-238-4799. 865-238-4799.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
At Ace, your backyard is right in our backyard. So when you need to feed your grass, remove the weeds, or wrangle those leaves, go to the place that delivers on top brands like Eagle, Toro, and Steel. We offer curbside pickup or get what you need delivered at participating stores.
Stop by your local Elders Ace this Saturday for spring open house. You'll save 20% off all plants, pottery, and decor on Saturday only at Elders Ace, the helpful place.
It's time to refresh your home for spring with Zero Res carpet and air duct cleaning. You know, traditional carpet cleaners, they use soaps, harsh chemicals that can leave sticky residue and attach dirt over time. When you call the experts at Zero Res, you know, you're going to enjoy services that stay cleaner longer without dirt attracting residue. And right now, when you mention me, Tyler Ivinson of Sports Animal, you're going to get 3 rooms of carpet clean for only $119. Hurry, book online now at ZeroResKnoxville.com.
It's Hoop Tea Madness here at 99.1 The Sports Animal. Listen for the cue to call in weekdays, and you could get qualified for the ultimate Hoop Tea Outdoor Experience Package, including 2 tickets to the PGA Tour Wells Fargo Championship in Charlotte. The grand prize winner will also score 2 paddle boards, a sweet outdoor cornhole set, a rugged outdoor cooler, and an outdoor patio umbrella, plus $1,000, all compliments of Hoop Tea. Refreshing, bright, spiked iced tea.
I've heard it said that streaming The Sports Animal has replaced the old wanna Netflix and chill. Well, it was me that said that, but I've heard it said. I do spend most evenings alone now that I think about it.
From the Budweiser studios of The Sports Animal, we are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
Final segment of Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us today. We'll be back tomorrow at 12 o'clock. Who knows what the main topic will be tomorrow, Swain?
I hope it's not anybody hitting the portal again.
Maybe it's Umar Ballo announcing his transfer to Tennessee.
That would be fantastic. I don't expect anyone to be coming in. I think Tennessee's going to do their due diligence and take their time and make sure it's the right fit and get people on campus. I think when you have the culture that you have at Tennessee, you are a little bit more selective about who you want, as you should.
We will talk more Tennessee basketball in the transfer portal tomorrow. We'll talk Tennessee football as well, as the Vols will be 3 days away from the final allocated practice of the season. You get 15 of the spring season. You get 15 for the spring, and it will be used in the orange and white game. So 3 days away from game day for Tennessee. We'll discuss tomorrow. Austin Price of VolQuest. We'll talk some football and some recruiting.
That's weird. It's weird how they would use the game as practice. It's obviously different, right?
It is different.
It's counted as a practice? You should be able to get 14 practices in one game or 15 practices in one game because they're so different.
Should be
like that, but hey. Looking forward to seeing who's able to make plays when the lights are on, when you have a crowd, when you've put together a couple of weeks of work, newcomers, guys that were here last year, trying to make an impression, who's going to step up. Looking forward to seeing who does that on Saturday.
I told you earlier, Swain, that these way too early top 25s in college basketball are hilarious to me, like the Fox Sports top 25 that said Dalton Connect is probably gone. Probably so. Probably headed to the lottery.
Probably
out of eligibility.
Good chance.
But that still had Tennessee at number 7. So it's funny. The Auburn projected starting lineup I see at ESPN includes Aiden Holloway, who today entered his name in the transfer portal.
Just never know.
We don't know who's going to be on these teams. It's a day removed from the NCAA tournament championship game.
With that being said,
we hit our power poll with our way too early top 5 in the SEC. We're going to stick to the SEC for basketball, and there's moving. Kentucky doesn't have a head coach, but they're eligible for the way too early top 5 for next season in basketball. So, Swain, you want to hit us with your way too early top 5 SEC basketball teams for the 2024-25 season?
Yeah, number 5, I'm going with Kentucky. Number 4, I'm going with Arkansas. Number 3, I'm going with Tennessee. Number 2, I'm going with Florida. Number 1, I'm going with Auburn. Janai Broom's a junior. He's a stud. So, my top 5 so far. Tennessee is only lost players so far. This list is fluid, depending on who Tennessee is able to get from the portal. But that's my list for now.
No, this is it. We're going to stick with this one.
All right, cool.
Between now and the start of the season. So I'm sorry. Did you say?
I had Kentucky 5. I thought about Texas, but I got Kentucky 5, Arkansas 4, Tennessee, Florida, and then Auburn.
Okay, I got you. I've got an honorable mention to Texas. Part of it is a reminder they're SEC in the conversation.
Yeah.
They're coming in.
Yeah, what about them?
I have Arkansas number 5.
Horns down.
I have Tennessee number 4. I have Auburn 3. I have Florida 2. Did you just omit this one, or am I the dum-dum? I've got Alabama number 1.
No, I thought about Alabama.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought about Bama.
Nate Oates, he pulled the Steve Sarkisian, Dan Lanning move quickly, getting word out, I'm Alabama's coach, trying to capitalize off that Final Four run before there was even a search to begin officially at Kentucky.
Yeah, Mark Sears, is he coming back?
I don't think so. Nelson, I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, so I mean,
he said he wants to be at Alabama if he's playing in college, but he's going to explore the NBA.
If I had an honorable mention, but I don't because we said top 5, I would put Bama at 6.
Okay.
For now.
Okay.
But I think Kentucky is going to get a good coach and they'll get some players. Probably could have put Alabama at 5, but I don't feel bad about giving Alabama a short end of the stick. Am I supposed to feel bad about that? I don't.
Not supposed to, and I know that you don't. We appreciate you being with us today. Action-packed show. Tons of news that we've had to cover. We'll do so again tomorrow at 12 o'clock. Tyler and we'll take over on the Sports Animal. Thanks to everybody listening on the Sports Monster in the Tri-Cities as well. Joel Silverberg producing. Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow at noon on Josh and Swain.
When you have sports mixed with your pop culture, along with humor and celebrity interviews, your earbuds are enjoying The Rich Eisen Show. Dan Orlando.